Hello? Oh, hello, everyone. It's time. Oh, it's time. Oh, boy. Time to get into it. I'm not keeping this mustache on the whole time. Don't worry. It's detachable. Don't worry. I just thought I'd open with it. Hello, everyone. Nah. Oh, you want me to keep the mustache on? I feel like it makes my face so busy. You see what Big Bills went to? Yep. Sheephair says fantastic mustache. You should know. Guess who made this one? Guess who made? I gotta unmute. Because this isn't the only bit of Richardson Sheephair Man art to show you today. Sammy, are you still there?
Yes, I am.
Sammy, you're looking fantastic.
Oh, I am?
You're looking so good. Did you know?
How's my skin? Is it a nice shade of blue? Nice deep shade of blue?
It's my favorite shade of blue, and you have such lovely scales today.
Yeah, all the tanning in Lustria did a lot for me.
Yeah, we can't see below the belt for all the stories you've told me about your Baldur's Gate 3 character, though.
That's probably for the best for this stream. I think it'd be too distracting, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. Hey, what stream is this? What are we doing, Sammy?
We are here for the Old World's premier computer-only tournament, AI WARZ 2. Returning after a year, 2 years, 3 years of absence? How long has it been? I don't even know.
6 years?
But we are back. I don't think it's been 6 years, but not that long. But yes, for those of you who don't know, this is a Total War Warhammer 3 tournament being played entirely by the AI. The way this works is that we do have some player involvement. We do have players, we call them coaches, that have built AI army comps that we are then going to have fight in the arena of the AI wars and see who comes out on top. To go a bit more in depth, they actually have 3 army comps per team. So each player has designed 3 army comps that you know, amount up to a team, and then they get to pick which one they want for each matchup, and then we put them together and we see who wins.
But do they keep the same faction? Like, so you're Dark Elves, but you can pick between 3 setups? Oh.
Correct, yes. It's sort of like a playbook. They have their own little playbook where they have 3 different plays they can pick from. Now, some people have only sent in 1, some people have only sent in 2, but most people have sent in 3. So there should be, there's actually a lot of mind games that go into this tournament. On top of the 3 army comps, players also get to pick if they want to attack or defend, or what map they want to select. We do a coin toss to see who gets to pick what first. And so yeah, there's some mind games of you might want to pick a map that's like screws over ranged factions, but then the enemy might have a whole melee comp on their dwarfs that you weren't expecting. And there's a lot of you know, mind games between the coaches that occurs outside of the actual battle. So I think this should be pretty interesting.
Yeah, I mean, this sounds cool. I mean, cooler than I was expecting, because I didn't know anything about this going. I stumbled out of my carriage this morning, and I'm here now. So I like this. I like you hosting this. Now, Sammy knows way more about Warhammer than me, because Sammy is the Warhammer guy. So Sammy's gonna have a lot of information for us today. I know very little, but I'm gonna do my best to keep up with the action, because this was really exciting last time we did this together. I really enjoyed this.
Yeah, it was. And everybody, we have a lot of games to get through today. I'm going to post the bracket in the chat now. But you see, we have 24 contestants today, representing almost every race in the game. Although, sadly, to Beagle's sadness, the Empire is absent from today's tournament. But basically every other race is represented.
Yeah, that's pretty bullshit, though.
I think we're missing, like, Kislev, which is another one of your favorite factions. Norska, and like one other one. I forget what it is off the top of my head, but we have almost every other race represented. And so we're gonna have a lot of variety, a lot of fun games, and I think we should get right into it. So the coaches have also come up with team names. By the way, I don't know if you've looked at the bracket before.
I was about to look at it right now. Do we want to look over it before we start for the day?
Let's go look over it on stream to show everybody. Make sure you click that link I posted in the chat, because if you go to the challenge page, the default one, the brackets are all squeezed together and you can't see anything.
Oh.
I think I DM'd it to you, right?
I can see. Well, I think I can see it. Maybe maybe I'm on the wrong one. Hang on. I'll
I just
DM me the
DM'd
one
it
again.
to you. Yeah, I just sent it.
Let me make sure I'm on the right one.
Oh, no, Nurgle is the other one, Ricochet. You just reminded me. Nurgle is the other one that's missing.
Stinky gone. It really
Yeah,
is.
no
All my
Stank.
representation is gone.
All the other Chaos Gods are around, though.
No white men and no Stinky? Well, how will I sympathize with anyone in this tournament, Sammy?
I don't know. No gamers allowed on this tournament.
Let me look at the brackets. Hang on.
That is... that is actually completely true. There's no white men. The Norskins, the Kislevs, and the Cathayans are all out. I mean, not the Cathayans, the Empire.
Well, we can see who's in now. So we have just as planned, which is Ricochet Zinch versus the Silk Road Camionneurs from Bayonet Kraken's Grand Cathay. And the winner of them fights Siggy's Salacious Scions, Jerry 987M Slanesh. We have Chad GPT, which is Anarian's Wood Elves. Anarian won the tournaments when these were actual like PvP multiplayer battles.
Yes, he's our two-time one-rat raffletational winner.
Yeah,
So,
before it became EVE, so he's coaching now. Jeff's army is some incomprehensible demonic screaming.
His faction is cut off when he was playing Demons of Chaos, which is like all 4 Chaos Gods combined, but they only have the demon units.
Okay. Interesting. That sounds horrifying, actually. They're going up. The winner of that goes up against Grumblin' Guys Get a Grumblin', which is Momentary's Dwarves. Then it's Impotriva Sobalanilor, Cupcakes Vamp Counts versus So Salty... Excuse me? The So Salty Seaman, which is So Salty's Vampire Coast Army. The winner of that fights Sliffy's Staunch Spears, which is High Elves. And then we have...
It's Wah backwards. I don't know how you...
Yeah, Neeman's Greenskins. And in absence of deer, goats. Snowtoes Beastmen. And the winner of that fights Goph's Dilfs, Goph's Dark Elves. Goph, of course, the winner of the recent Mechabellum tourney. So we got some victorious royalty in here. Daxi has a lizardmen army called We Make Good House Pets. I don't know what you feel about that, Sammy. They're versus Camelif's Corn.
Somebody's pet lizard.
Oh.
For a price.
Well, we just learned a lot about you in like 7 words. They're versus Camelif's Corn, which is a just very descriptive name. The winner of that goes against Beardy Mackers, which is Maxie's Dwarves. And then it's... Demons Together Strong. Coiled Snakes Demons versus Rat Eaters 2. Incredon's Tomb Kings. And the winner of that fights the Sunken Sinners, Outline Lizards, Vamp Coast. The second string bowman then for Crabs Come Off. Wood Elves versus Lore Accurate Quebec. Isaac's Bretonia. Steel Raptor's Stubby Capitalist. Steel Raptor Chorfs. I haven't even seen Chorfs yet. And then finally, it's Rats Yes Yes, PG Tips' Skaven versus Lava Monster, Killer QWERTY's Zench. And the winner of that fights Oops, All Guns, Barley's Dwarves. So there you go.
Yes, those are our coaches and teams for today. So, we actually have like the full gauntlet of players here. You mentioned we have some former tournament champions. We have, you know, the sweaty sweat lords, the ones who have like, they've come up with all sorts of like, they've tested their comps down to like the exact unit composition. They're ready to go. They've mind gamed out the entire thing. Then we have people who are just casual. We have people who have never played the game before. We have people who don't know what they're doing. We have people doing meme builds. We have the full gauntlet today. And the best part is, Beagle, that any of them can win because the entire thing is in the AI hands.
That's right.
We could see Anarian or Crabs, one of some of our tournament winners, just get destroyed by like a stack of Saurus.
But
anything can happen here today.
But not to say that there's no skill involved, Sammy, because coaching's a real job.
It is a real job. Coaching is a real job. But once we get onto the field, it's all in the AI's hands, and that's the beauty of it.
Yeah, and Arian reminds us to say someone built their army in an Excel spreadsheet and sent it in to you to put in for them, yeah.
Yes, when I say people are in this tournament who have not played the game before, I literally mean there are people who have entered who do not own Total War Warhammer 3 and have built their armies either through a friend or through Excel and sent them in.
Exactly.
So we actually have people who've never played the game before, and it's like if you got somebody who had never seen a football before to go coach the Super Bowl. Like, you don't know what the hell's gonna happen. Like, the other team doesn't know what's gonna happen either, so they might have a chance. You might surprise them. You don't know.
We don't know.
This is going to be really exciting. We don't know. Anything can happen here today.
There's going to be a bunch of winners today, Sammy. But by definition, also a bunch of losers. Are you ready to see who's who?
I am ready. So, for our first matchup, just as planned, Ricochet Zinch versus Silk Road Eminors, Bionic Kraken's Cathay. We're going to do a coin flip to see who gets to pick. If they want to attack or defend or pick the map. So I'm going to do the coin flip first.
Okay.
Heads will be Rick. Tails will be Crack. So we got heads, so I'm gonna go ping Ricochet and ask them what map, what they would like to pick.
Okay.
I think I already know the answer, but let me just double check in the channel.
I don't know the answer because I have no idea what the meta is for attacking, defending, multiplayer, maps, not maps. I don't know shit.
Okay, Ricochet wants to start an attack, so I'm pretty sure in a multiplayer lobby, the top section are the attackers and the bottom section are the defenders. I'm like 90% sure. But we'll double check once we're getting game. And then Cathay, the Bionic Kraken's Cathay. Bionic Kraken, what map would you like to play?
Is it like not best of ones? Sorry, no, is it not just singles?
Yeah, they're all best of ones.
Yeah, best of ones. Well, so how come they're picking? Didn't they lose the coin toss?
Yeah, but the loser gets to pick. So the winner gets to pick attack or defend. The loser gets to pick the other one essentially. Okay, and the map is going to be Ash Plain.
Okay.
Right. Both of you, let me know what comps you want to pick, and then we'll get into it. So now they get to pick which one of their teams, which one of their strategies they want to go with.
Okay. While they pick all that out, once again, shout out to Richardson Sheep Hairman in chat right now for these incredible costumes today. Incredible whole new personas. Sammy, you have never looked better. I really love your look. You look so good.
It is so good. Richardson did such an amazing job.
Fantastic as always, Richardson. Thank you.
Alright, we got Bionics comp. Let's wait for Ricks. And we got Ricks too. Okay. Let me load them up here. Alrighty, everything looks good. Let's load on in, Beagle.
Let's do it! I hope nothing crashes.
I hope so too. And some people might be wondering why I'm in the player slot. So we do have to require to have at least one player in the lobby, but we're using a custom mod by me called the Referee that adds a new legendary lord for Cathay, the Referee, who has 1 HP, 1 in all of his stats, and a special ability that insta-kills him at the start of the game. So
I bet a lot of football fans wish that ability was real for real referees.
The ability is called Get Off the Field. So it will proc when we start the game, and my ref will vacate the field and let the teams do their thing.
I wish instead it gave them like 5,000 move speed and they just retreated in like a second.
Yes. So do you want to talk about these comps for a minute? Do you want to take a look at them and see what we got?
Yeah, let me take a look at the shinies, because I don't know, like, anything beyond that, so let me see here. So I'm the camera, by the way, everyone in chat, so if you want to yell tours, it's at me, not Sammy. Okay, so I see Zench here with, honestly, pretty buff and good-looking demons. I fought those in Dark Tide, actually, yes. Yeah, I fought those recently. Okay, you got the Flying Manta Rays. I see...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's this guy!
Screamers.
The Lord is that guy from the trailer, Sammy. Yeah, this guy with his little worm friend on his back.
Yes, Village the Curseling. Actually a pretty big melee bruiser of a Lord, which is unusual for Zinch. Usually think of Zinch as like the piddly weak wizard faction. This guy is both combined. He's got a little wizard guy on his back, that's Village, and then the guy in front, the big beef cake, that's, oh god, I think Thoman's his name. That's right.
He's buff! I like him, he's buff.
Yeah, he's gonna go kick some ass.
Okay, we got Chaos Warriors, Zench in the front. Okay, let me just breeze through this. Bunch of Manta Rays, bunch of Chaos Warriors with armor, more Chaos Spawns. Okay, and then over on the other side for Cafe, we've got some Peasants, Horsemen, some Jade Warriors in the back, Terracotta Sentinel, always on Terracotta Sentinel. We got some Crane Gunner Snipers, which are like Giselles for Cafe.
Yeah,
lot of them, actually.
Gun line.
Yeah, okay, I see. And then for the Lord, we've got a Alchemist. Oh, and we got motherfucking Miao Ying. I love Miao Ying. I love Miao Ying. She's great. Alright.
So it seems like we've got a very ranged, heavy shooting comp focus for the Cathayans with the defensive line, but then on the Tzeentch side, we have a very flying focus comp. You also miss one unit, the Doom Knights, which are elite, chosen Chaos Warriors riding on discs. They're in there amongst the little birds on the left side.
Okay.
These are hyper elite flying knights, and they are going to get into the backline and wreak some havoc. Or they might not. We'll have to just see what the AI does with them. So,
oh yeah, I forgot. It's the AI. I actually forgot it's the AI playing this again.
So without further ado, shall we get started here?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's
go in.
We had a lot of matches. We're going to get through them. Okay, Def embraces the referee, which means it's the start of a good battle. The army's coming in here. Can you tell us some insight about how this battle's going to go down, Sammy?
So I think the Cathayans are going to first move out their melee line in front of the range. Actually, they're not. They're just opening up at the Crane Gunners immediately. They're not even putting their melee line in front.
Brave.
The Crane Gunners have... Yeah, they've gone straight into... Oh, they're targeting down the Severed Claw. This is a unit of aspiring champions for Tzeentch. It's a regiment of renown. They're highly elite, and they're getting torn to shreds by those Crane guns.
Yeah, they're getting... I'm not going to say effed up, but they're getting messed up, Sammy.
They definitely are. Okay, and now the Tzeentch army is starting to advance. So I think Cathay started on attack, correct? I believe.
You're the referee.
I don't even remember what we started with, but the Tzeentch army is moving in, and the Cathay army is just lighting them up. And now Village is being sniped down.
the AI Cafe army is chilling. They don't need to move anything. They have not done a single input since the battle started.
We do see some magic coming out from Miao Ying, but the Chaos Army here is just anemic. They're just slowly walking ahead. Their Screamers haven't even committed into combat yet.
The flying units are moving. Sammy, is this optimal play? The Lord is dead already. What is going on?
I don't think so for Tzeentch. Now, this is always the risk when the AI takes the wheel. Sometimes it might do some baffling decisions.
Okay.
Like get its Lord sniped at the start of the battle.
But here we go. Cafe's gonna come in now. Okay, so Tzeentch is kind of ambled up like a Sunday stroll. Now, Cafe's going in. So the Crane Gunners stay in place. Cafe's Jade Warriors move in now. Wasn't there some Peasant Horsemen going in as well? Just straight into the Chaos Spawn, along with the Terracotta Sentinel. The Terracotta Sentinel is gold ranked, and it's not really giving a shit about anything around them. Those are Halberdier Chaos Warriors, so you think they'll do some damage. Miao Ying transforms into dragon form, and now the Tzeentch Screamers, the Manta Rays go in, and they're gonna eat those Crane Gunners in the back, I think. What's going on with this blob on the left?
This blob on the left is about to get nuked, it looks like, by a Miao Ying ability. Here it comes. That's I forget what that ability is called, one of the lower meta spells, but that just did some good damage on the Chaos Warriors. This blob looks like it's going to fold. There's just a giant pocket of Jade Warriors there, but as you said, the Crane Gunners in the backline are just completely locked down by the Screamers of Tzeentch.
Yeah. I feel like, oh my god, Miao Ying's eating someone. I feel like they did their job, though, already. Even if all those Crane Gunners die now, they kind of already feel like they've done a lot. Do you think what Tzeentch has left here is enough to, like, win in melee after the shellacking they got from the Crane Gunners?
I actually think they might have a chance. The reason why is that the Screamers, the birds, are bonus versus large AP damage. So they're going to be really good against Cathay's remaining killing options, which are the Terracotta Sentinel and Miao Ying. Jade Warriors are very defensive. They don't really kill things. They kind of just hold the line. Now that the Crane Gunners are gone, it's all on Miao Ying and this Terracotta Sentinel to grind through the melee line of Tzeentch, and Tzeentch actually has some pretty good counters to that in those Screamers, and they have a lot of them.
Okay, so Tzeentch has more damage left over here, while the Crane Gunners are the DPS for Cathay, is what you're saying.
Correct, but it looks like some of the Crane Gunners have actually rallied. Tzeentch didn't run them all the way down, and they might get back into firing positions.
It's a rookie mistake from the AI. This is why AI, I'm not afraid of it. I don't believe in, like, ChatGPT or AI. I hate all that stuff, and this is why. They're just too stupid, Sammy.
Yes. And I mentioned about Miao Ying and the Terracotta Sentinel being the focus, but right now, they are surrounded by Tzeentch Halberds. A lot of guys with pointy sticks. The Doom Knights have come back, and the Screamers are on top of them. Ooh, this could be pretty bad for Cathay.
Another spell from Miao Ying, though. Doing a nice bit of, I don't know, what's the verb? Miao Yinging. All over those Chaos Warriors of Tzeentch. There's not a ton left in the Halberds. I mean, I guess they're at half. Who do you think sided here right now? Like, who's winning right now?
It's close. You have two blobs forming, and it looks like Cathay's winning the blob on the left, while Tzeentch is winning the blob on the right with the Terracotta Sentinel and Miao Ying, because they do not want to be fighting Screamers and Halberds. That's like kind of the worst case scenario for them.
Yeah, Peasant Horsemen retreating there, but they've got some rallying Jade Warriors going back in to, like, help, as there's a bit of, like, blending going on by the Terracotta Sentinel. Meanwhile, on the left, it looks like the Cafe Blob's actually fallen apart, unfortunately. The Crane Gunners are trying to, like, finish off a lot of units here. And there's a lot of, like these Screamers are so low, but just aren't quite finished off. It's anyone games, I feel like, on the left, except for... Oh, the Severed Claw Sammy, they look really strong.
Where are they? I don't see them.
Yeah, that's the Regiment of Renown on the left. They've still got half health.
So, actually, I forgot to explain this to you, the Total War newbie. That's not their health, that's their shield. So they have a shield above their health, and that shield just went down to 0 because they have barely any models left. Their actual health bar is underneath that. Now,
oh, they got nothing.
Yes, but they're still... Sepulchre are still scary, but their leadership is low because their lord died at the start of the battle. I think if they just routed the entire army because that village died at the start.
Oh no,
it's just shattered.
Everyone just perma-routed on the left. Meanwhile, on the right, it's just one little chaos spawn getting bodied.
Chaos spawn. They can't be
that's
routed,
it.
And that's it. That's a sweep for Cathay.
How could we let this happen, Sammy? How could Tzeentch let this happen?
Well, I think Tzeentch's problem was they brought that dinky little footlord who was slow, and then Cathay just brought the ultimate answer.
Dinky?
4 units of Barrett 50 cal sniper rifles, Beagle.
You were hyping them up.
How beef you are. I don't care how beef you are. When that 50 BMG goes through your skull, you're not living. That's like there's like what?
But they've got 2 skulls.
That is true. They do have 2 skulls, but there were 4 units of 50 cals aiming at them, so I put my faith in the guns, and the guns won.
I feel like this is what happened the last time we did a Total War tournament, is I remember the artillery meta of all the Skaven with guns. But it's true, Tzeentch didn't have any range there. They were just, like, committing of all the flying cav.
Yeah, and I think it was kind of... That might have been like a mind game from Tzeentch to go for like a melee build against a traditionally ranged faction, because they might be expecting you to go ranged, but then... Cathay just doubles down and goes like, I'll just win the shooting fight, lol, and brings all the Crane Gunners. I think if Village hadn't died there, Tzeentch probably takes it because their units hold and grind and kill Miao Ying and the Terracotta Sentinel. But without that leadership bonus from Village being in the battle, it was too much for them.
As Blinky said, it takes a village, and they didn't have one today.
Yes. Okay. Let me just do the bracket really fast.
Night Knave, meanwhile, is raising already, like, we're like 1 battle in Night Knave, my god, and they're already raising questions about the integrity of the tournament, saying, does the ref dying hurt leadership?
No, it does not, because I specifically gave the ref, like, 1 battle value, so he counts for, like, less than an 100th of a Skaven slave.
Oh, okay, Sammy, but you're saying that it does affect the battle, okay? Because that less than 100th of a Skaven slave in morale loss could have been the reason Tzeentch just lost. So this whole tournament is shambles. This is a kangaroo tournament. Yeah.
Okay, I've done the coin flip for the next round, which is going to be Chad GPT and Narian's Wood Elves, the heavyweight, versus some incomprehensible demonic screaming Jeff the Hobo's Demons.
Let's do it.
Narian is the coin flip winner. I will ping you in the chat. Narian, let me know what you want. Narian wants to pick the map, and he wants to go to one of our premier maps of this tournament, the Big Butt.
Why is that a premiere map? Is it sponsored, like, or something?
It's sponsored by the Greenskins. It's sponsored by, oh, I'm trying to think of the sponsors and what do you call it?
Blood Bowl. You're trying to think of the actual ones, yeah.
Yes, I can't right now.
I'm just gonna say it's sponsored by McDonald's.
Sponsored by McDonald's.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. The Big Butt. And then, so that's the map. Jeff, will you want to attack or defend?
This moustache is so itchy.
Now, this is interesting that Anarian picked this map, because it's kind of a map with a lot of blockers in the middle. It's kind of hard for range units to really do their thing here.
Well, I can't see the armies yet, so I'm curious to see who that's gonna hurt more.
Yes, okay, send me your comp. So I'm gonna just switch to Demons and Wood Elves. Okay, and both people are picking 1. Oh, and Aaron actually has a name for this comp. Orion and Ariel sitting in a tree.
What are they doing?
I don't know. Probably unspeakable things.
They really should have finished the name.
Okay. Okay, the armies are loaded up. Do you know the lore behind Orion and Ariel, Beagle?
No, I don't. Do you know if it's a bad sign if I think I just saw an ant crawl across my hands really quickly, but then when I look again, it's gone and there was never an ant?
I think Zinch might be getting in your mind, Beagle.
Okay, but tell me about the other thing. Tell me about the lore.
So, Orion and Ariel, you know Orion, Mel Gibson, the thick thighs, the chatted up wood elf guy.
Well,
Ariel's his wife, and she's also chatted up just like him. And they are a power couple who Anarian has loaded into this comp and are probably going to beat the shit out of the demons.
wait.
If I had to put my money on it.
Why is Orion Mel Gibson? Is he...
Have you never seen his face before?
No? Yes?
I'm going to ready us up and we'll look.
I don't think Orion looks like
Face
Mel
were in there.
Gibson.
That's the whole meme, is that he's Mel Gibson. That's been like the meme since they announced Realm of the Wood Elves.
I've never heard of this, and I don't want to.
Your Total War Warhammer lore is lacking.
Ola skinks.
That's pretty good. How do you know Ola Skinks? You never even played Lizardmen.
Because when I was looking up, like, skink tubers pictures that you could be for this tournament before Richardson drew you one, the Ola Skinks meme came up a bunch of times.
Oh, yeah. We might even hear some Ola Skinks today, depending on what the Lizardmen players bring.
Okay, so let me have a look at the shinies again.
Yes, welcome to the Big Butt.
Why do they call it the big butt? Oh, because it's a big
I don't know,
butt.
you have to ask the orcs.
No, I get it. It's like a big butt, like TTE butt.
Yes, that
Okay.
is. I'm just pronouncing it funny. Who do you want to start with here?
I'm looking at the Woodies. So we've got Anarian, who plays Wood Elves personally. Should know the units very well. I've got some Fluffies, some Flappies, some Righties, some Hoovies, some Spears, Eternal Guard, Glade Guard in the back, nice bit of ranged, Cavalry. Oh my god. Oh, Ariel, not Alariel. I've never seen this woman before.
Ariel. Yes, she's Orion's queen, and she is a magic powerhouse. She can cast a ton of spells, she has free abilities, she can heal a unit almost back to full HP. She has a ton of OP magic supporting casting for this squad. So does Orion, as a matter of fact.
Do you have the link for her Etsy shop?
I do not.
I love her eyebrows, oh my god. Alright.
Yes. She's also like 12 feet tall, by the way.
Oh god, I guess I can see the Mel Gibson thing now that you say it.
Yes.
Yeah, she's like taller than him, I think. Alright,
you
go
know
on.
I want to call attention to for you, Beagle, are the Blade Singers who are standing right in front of Orion. These are hyper elite Wood Elf blender infantry. These ladies are some of the best infantry units in the old world, and they will blend through basically any other infantry unit in the game. They don't give a shit if you're a demon, they don't give a shit if you're heavily armored. They will cut right through you like you're made out of butter. We also have on the flank the Lost Sylvan Knights, who are ghostly elf cav riding giant elks. And they are also elite shock cavalry with like a giant impact on their charge.
Oh, they look
those
cool.
are the two I think to keep the eyes on, along with Orion and Ariel for Anarian.
I like it. I like a bit of... What the hell's going on here? Oh, that's their mouth. I like a bit of deer and elk cavalry. I'm a fan.
Right, do you want to go over to the demon side?
Yeah, let's have a look at the demons.
Which is a very Zinchi lineup, it's looking like. I know we just saw Zinch, and this is Demons of Chaos Undivided. So this is a combination of all the Chaos Gods. But they can't bring the warriors, they can only bring the demons. We got a lot of blue horrors, which I see you're taking a liking to.
It's like chat. I like chat, so I like representations of chat. And this is what my chat looks like.
Yes. Ooh, and we got the bloodletters too. So we have the Zinch shooting with the blue horrors, who are kind of a chaffy shooting unit, and then the mailed fist of Khorne with the bloodletters, gonna cut right through the Wood Elf front line. These guys going against the Blade Singers is gonna be a bloodbath, and the only one smiling about that is gonna be Khorne.
Oh, nice reference.
Yes. We got some pink horrors in the back, they're like more advanced shooting. They're a less chaffy version of the blues that are more geared toward range combat. And then we got some big monsters too.
Oh, Soul Grinder. It's like
the Soul Grinders of Zinch.
It's like Urgot from League of Legends.
Yes, these guys throw some magic spears, some bonus for large spears as artillery. And then in the sky, we got the big chicken.
Big chicken. Oh my god, he's huge!
Yes. That's going to be Zinch's Lord, a magic spellcaster who can also duke it out in melee. Beagle, I say we get this party started and see who is the king of the butt.
Let's do it. This is gonna be a 2-dayer at this rate. Let's do it.
I know. We are going through the armies a lot. It will get a lot. I think it will get easier once we get through a lot of the factions, but... Let's see how this goes.
Once we start just ignoring them, right? Alright, here comes the Wood Elves in. Make a prediction. How do you think this battle's gonna go from the start, Sammy?
Honestly, I'm not sure, because these are both very ranged-heavy comps on a map with a lot of lost blockers. I mean, I think we're going to see a rumble in these choke points while the range units kind of duke it out from afar.
Yo, the deer are going straight in, Sammy. Straight up. Straight up in the chat.
Oh my god, they are. The blues are not ready for this. Chat is getting tossed around like popcorn. I don't know.
Oh, they're getting messed
Some
up.
magic going down.
Yeah, spells coming in from the Lord of Change in the center. The lines are kind of forming now. You've got a little bit of a split, an L to the side. And that Regiment of Renowned Deer cavalry unit is getting really messed up. Loses half the health, which is a shame. Meanwhile, over on the left side of the battlefield here, the east, actually, because I'm looking at it wrong, you can see that some of the Wood Elf Flyers are sitting back here and archering as some more cav are kind of going in, going out. They're pulling off now. And then you got the big choke point battle in the center. Tell us what the hell's going on here.
We have Ariel battling the Big Bird, a duel for the ages. While magic spells were flying, a bunch of units were getting nuked, and the Bloodletters are just grinding it out. Tzeentch magic going down, shots coming in from both sides, and the Tzeentch Lord is actually getting shot at. The Big Bird, by the way, is not the Lord. The little guy on the disc up there is the Lord, and he's getting shot to shit by the Wood Elf Archers right now.
Oh shit!
I better move.
I thought the Bird was the Lord. This guy's getting roasted. He's not even on the disc for me. He's just like floating.
Oh, yeah, wait, what the fuck is Disc is missing? I have no idea why. But he is not having a good time here. He might die, and again, we might see another Chaos Army lose to its Lord going down. But however, we do see so much fire pouring in from the Pink Horrors. Well.
Yeah, meanwhile on the west flank, though, Tzeentch just lost the west flank. The last chatter dies. And now those Regiment of Renown Deer Knights are coming in to crush on the side of all the Tzeentch little ranged demon fire. Oh, this looks really good for the Wood Elves, I think.
Yeah, those knights are no joke. I mean, they've lost a lot of health to some of the initial magic spells from the Lord. Oh, and the Lord just went down.
Yeah, they're dead.
This is looking kind of iffy. Now, we do see the Lord of Change, the Big Bird, has made it into the Wood Elf backline. And the demons do seem to be winning the grind fight with all their bloodletters and ranged fire, but the sides are looking kind of sketchy for the demons here.
Where are those elite ladies you were talking about with the red hair? Are they? They routed. They're coming back in. I see them now. They're running back on in.
Nuked down. They got nuked down by Tzeentch at the start.
Yeah, I see Ariel, the littlest mermaid, is retreating as the Blade Singers go back into the Khorne Bloodletters. But it looks like the Bloodletters are like just really good at their jobs of letting blood, because they're just powering through.
The Blade Singers could actually win this, I think. The Blade Singers are extremely
Really?
strong. They can take on multiple Bloodletters and win. Yeah, but I want to call attention to one big problem that the Wood Elves have not dealt with, and that is the two Soul Grinders. These things are just machines of war. They're just like, they will grind through all of these units. Right now, they're being ranged artillery. They're throwing their little javelins at the Eagles and some of the other units, but when they get into melee, they can also crush, and they are at full HP. It's going to be hard for the Wood Elves to take these two down.
There's a rematch in the back. The Big Bird is fighting. She temporarily ran away, but she's fighting Ariel right now. But Orion's coming over, and it's going to be the power couple tag team. I think this Bird is toast. Third wheel to death.
Oh yeah, Orion is not happy with his queen getting... Oh my god, she just launched thorns at him. Did you see that?
I didn't see that.
That's a pretty cool animation right there. She just fired like a bunch of thorns out of her hand at the Big Bird. And yeah, the Bird is crumbling down, and it is gone off this battlefield.
Oh! Just gave him a little jab. He's dead.
Yeah. And we see the demon armor crumbling all over the battlefield. I think right now it just comes down to these two Soul Grinders, and if they can grind it out in melee, because the Wood Elves do not have a lot of melee units left, although they do have a lot of pointy sticks. They have a lot of spears and a lot of range still up, so...
And that deer cav is fighting down to the last deer. That's the last ghostly deer goes down there to the nasty little pink horrors. Nasty. They're going to get what they deserve now, Sammy.
These are if Blue Horrors are chat, these are like the subscribers. These are like the tier 1 subscribers here, the Pink Horrors, and yeah, they are getting what they deserve right now.
Yeah, they're getting what they deserve, alright. This is what happens if you subscribe to me on Twitch as a warning.
Yeah, there's not a lot left in the tank for the demons. I think these Soul Grinders are pretty tough, but I'm not sure they're going to be able to fight against all this Wood Elf shooting. Orion's at full HP, and he's a bonus for large. He's a hunter. He's here to hunt. And those Soul Grinders are looking mighty juicy right now. And now the spears are coming in. The Soul Grinders are getting into melee. They have some cool animations I would pay attention to.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm not sure they're going to be able to grind it out here.
Yeah, they're taking a lot of damage from the range. I think Coach Anarian. Oh my god! It did a flamethrower attack. I got distracted.
Oh yeah, they breathed some fire, but yep, they're crumbling out now, and I think this is it for the demons, for Jeff's incomprehensible demons screaming. They certainly are screaming today.
I think the elves are screaming more. Maybe that's the problem.
Maybe that is. It could be.
They just fade away. Oh man. Ariel's back in it. She's been back and forth in and out like a yo-yo this match. But she keeps coming back. Orion's still on full health. Opposite of what happened to Zinch's Lord. I
think Ilario might have actually healed him. I think we saw her use her healing ability on Orion. Gotta help out the husbando. But yeah. Wood Elves take it pretty decisively there. And, you know, Anarian was the king of the Wood Elves last time, and it seems like that might be holding true for this tournament as well, even without him in command.
Yeah. A great player, now retired to be a great coach. GG to Anarian's Wood Elves. So sorry to my favorite entrant, Jeff the Hobo, and his army of demons that he found and told to kill people.
Yes. Okay, so for the next round, I know that Cupcake is actually PG Tip's girlfriend who does not own the game.
Nice.
So I don't think she's going to be here to pick the coin toss, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Okay.
And so Salty salted one. So Salty Seaman, the Vampire Coast. So Salty, do you want to pick the map or attack or defend?
That was a good last battle. That was like a really girthy battle.
That was a girthy one. I think the problem is the Lords keep getting sniped out against these shooting factions. Like the general going down matters a lot for demons because they're like vampire counts. They crumble when they get low leadership. They just disappear off the battlefield. So keeping that general alive is super important for them.
And if you've ever played a single-player Total War campaign, you know the Lords get messed up by ranged focus fire real quick.
Okay, apparently PG Tips is here. I'm going to see what map... so Salt won the thing and wants to attack, so I'm going to see what map now PG Tips or Cupcake wants.
Okay. I want to recheck the bracket.
But, so what is this? Is this matchup the Counts v Coast? Yes, it is. Okay, this is an interesting one. This is going to be two very similar undead factions going up against each other on the Tempest Plains.
One of them is cooler because they have guns.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree with that sentiment.
Sammy, what if there was a Lizardmen faction that had guns?
Oh, they kind of do have guns. You know they have laser beams, right?
Lasers aren't guns.
They've kind of graduated past guns. They're already on laser tech, Beagle. They've gone past ballistics.
Do they have
They're
any
on the
missiles?
way to plasma.
Oh. Plasma is what Zinch had, and they just died.
Okay, Salty Salt is going to go. Everyone's going with their comp ones. No one's... There's like a kind of mind game to this tournament where, like, as you play your comps, you kind of reveal your hand more and more. And everyone's going for their comp ones so far. Okay, let me get... I think Cupcake only has one comp because she doesn't actually own the game.
I'm rooting for her.
We're rooting for the underdog here. That is Salty.
Oh, Fireman...
No Manfred von Baldstein here today, though.
451 Fireman points something out. Scammy Autobattlers your RTS. We are kind of doing an Autobattler, aren't we? We should call it the Autobattler tournament.
We should? Yeah, I like AI WARZ. We're gonna do, like, the subtitle, like, AI WARZ, the Autobattler tournament or something.
You like AI WARZ because you're too old to be young.
What? What does that mean?
If you were part of the new young generation, you'd call it an Autobattler tournament. It would have been natural to you.
Probably.
Yeah, you're old now. How does it feel?
Feels great.
Yeah?
Fuck young people. That could be taken way out of context.
Well, that was vitriolic.
Alright,
Okay.
Beagle, we've come here to the Tempest Plains of Kislev.
Okay.
For our next battle. This is another one of our maps. It's a very choke pointy map with these two cliffs that are actually kind of perfect for you range units to shoot down from. So the last map was kind of choke pointy. The thing is, we do have a valley in this middle where if the melee lines meet, there's going to be a giant brawl down there.
And I've recently read the articles over the past months where the Total War team explained better the effects of elevation. And with two big slopes here, you know, I gotta say, this could be a big deal with all these little melee shit pieces. I don't know why I called them that. I'm sorry. I don't know why I called the skeletons shit pieces. Anyway, you go, carry on. I got really mean to the skeletons. I lost my train of thought.
I'm actually going to talk about the skeletons because I'm going to say this is probably one of the factions you're most familiar with. It's a second to Empire because you fight them all the goddamn time.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we don't see anything really unusual here. We see a lot of ghosts. And actually, I think this is a big brain play, Beagle. You want me to tell you why? It has to do with what you were just talking about. Can you guess?
I can't even fucking find the ghosts. Oh, here they are, the Cairn Wraiths. Is it because the ghosts have fast speed and charge bonus?
Not only that, but they also have Strider, which means they ignore all terrain elevation penalties, or all terrain penalties in general. So they don't care about elevation. They'll fly right up a cliff and hit you with full stats. They don't care. They're not debuffed by it. They completely ignore that mechanic, and so they're good.
Oh, good pick.
There's a lot of them here. We have 3 Can Wraiths and then 1 unit of the Chill Guys, which is the Arwar Hex Wraiths. And who's the Lord here?
It's Isabella.
Oh, it is Isabella.
Yeah.
Now she's pretty tanky. You wouldn't expect it. She doesn't look like she's like the biggest beefcake in the world, but she is fairly tanky, and she could duel it out in melee for a while. She's a lot of healing, a lot of debuffs, and she might be the answer to all the lords getting shot, especially when she's on horseback and she's quick and she can charge into the melee line. She might be the ticket to surviving this range dominance we've been seeing.
I really like that she's riding side saddle in like full onyx plate. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I think she looks beefy, Sammy.
I think she does. I think she's about to kick some other vampire ass.
Yeah, well, speaking of other vampire ass, what's going on with the other vampires?
So we have here the Vampire Coast, which are just these guys, but with guns.
They're pirates. If you don't know what the lore, they're pirate vampires.
So this is an interesting comp. We see a lot of shooting. We see some good shooting elements like the Shade Wraith Gunners, which are like, deck gunners. And then we see a really strong melee element, which is kind of unusual for the Vampire Coast, which is their Depth Guard. These are vampiric infantry. These aren't skeletons. These are actual vampires, a whole unit of them.
Oh, wow.
And they can duke it out in melee pretty well. And it's a big range line backed up by a really strong melee line. And then we see some artillery as well, and Count Noctilus is the Lord, he's just like a little vampire guy with armor, and he normally rides on a big mount, but here he's just on foot.
He's a little vampire guy.
Yeah, we see 2 Mournghouls, or Mournghoul Haunters, which are a hero unit. They're a big monster. They have stealth. They sneak up on you, and they're terrifying.
Yeah, they look pretty scary. I don't want to mess with that.
Yeah. So, this is going to be interesting, because even if the vampires can shut down the shooting, I'm not sure they're going to be able to grind it out in melee against all these vampiric infantry, but the Cairn Wraiths might be able to do the trick for them, because the Cairn Wraiths will slice right through their armor, and beat the shit out of them, so...
Let's see it, Sammy. I want to see which vampires win and which vampires are big losers.
Let's see it. So the Vampire Coast is defending, which is interesting that the Vampire Counts picked attack.
Yeah, the slope isn't going to come into play here because they're just going to chill there. They're going to allow traditional vampires here, the boomer vampires, to come on straight up on the slope and attack them. I'm sure a player would have moved up to use the slope, but the AI is quite happy to sit here in the open. We'll see how it plays out from there. They're actually going to be on the downslope a little bit in some places.
Yeah. We see the Cairn Wraiths are actually going onto the flanks. It looks like they're trying to get around the back. Maybe on top of those backline units like the Gunners. Zombies with guns, the zombie gunnery mobs in the front line, who are also pretty chaffy. They're not just like a pure range unit.
Salt says, did you mess something up in chat? They said they're on attack or something?
Oh, wait, did I put the wrong vampires on the wrong position?
Wait, pause, Sammy, pause!
Pause!
Wait.
Ref, call time!
Where's the ref? They're dead!
No, the ref is just on the sidelines. Call time. I might have switched it up because we have Vampire Counts and Coast. I might have got these two confused. Hang on.
Okay, you gotta rehost the lobby then real quick.
Yeah, let's back out and reset it so that the Coast is on attack. I'm surprised that the Coast wants to attack. Okay, hang on. We'll switch it up. Sorry about that. I got confused because they're both named. They're both similarly named.
You got confused because you disagree with the coach's play. You assumed that they would make the play you think is better.
No, I actually got confused. Hang on. Okay, and then put Vampire Counts down here.
You know, the great thing is you don't have to wait for our players. We can get straight back into it.
Yeah, we can get straight back into it. No need to wait. Let's go right back in.
I guess we're like the corporations I hate now. We've replaced humans with AI to make things more efficient.
We have. This is the AI tournament, Beagle.
Yeah, fuck. We're tech bros
Arian's
now.
team is literally called Chad GPT.
Yeah, fuck. Shit.
We have become the tech bro.
I don't
Oh,
like
it's
it.
much sunnier today.
Is it?
Yeah, wait till you load in.
Oh my god, it's much sunnier. There's no winter storm anymore. How are the
that's a nice
vampires
part of
supposed
the
to
mod
deal
of
with
people
this?
I don't know. Yeah, they get a giant debuff in the sunlight. You know, it's they don't actually, but
But they should.
let's see how it goes now with
Okay, the referee
Vampire
dies,
Coast here on attack.
and here we go.
Now the vampire accounts, even when they're on the defensive, are going to advance. Actually, wait.
What?
Wait, actually, I think I did have it correct. I think the vampire coasts are just not moving forward because they have the artillery.
Well, maybe, yeah, but either way, their positioning is much better now, because now they get to just hold the slope. So this is way better for Vampire Coast now. After the mulligan, after the
there we go.
reroll.
Now they're attacking. I wasn't sure what was going on. Now they're moving forward. Okay.
I kind of wish they'd hold of their artillery, because they totally could if they just mortared the enemy long enough. Of course, the AI doesn't really conceive of concepts like that. The AI only wants blood, and to steal jobs from humans.
Blood. Which is why again I'm so surprised they went to melee. Now we do see some fire going into the Cairn Wraiths from the Shade Wraith Gunners. That's actually pretty good. So the Cairn Wraiths, all the ghost units are ethereal. They don't take much damage from normal attacks, but from magical attacks they take plenty of damage. And the Shade Wraith Gunners, their whole thing is they're magical. They're actually ghost gunners that fire magical shots. So
Little breath
but now
spell.
Isabella,
Little breath spell goes through some of the skeletons. Or Depth Guard does really nothing, and now Isabella is charging forward, side saddle, and getting
straight into the gunfire, into the halberds.
Yeah, she's pretty beefy, I see you're right. Like, unlike the little Zinch nerds, she's actually hanging in there, and I imagine she's got a lot of regen. She's already healed up a lot of that damage she took, as she gets into battle against the Morngul Haunter.
Yeah, she has an item that heals her for quite a bit. I think she should beat the Morngul Haunter. She has much better stats, and she is on horseback, so she's a large target. Morngul Haunters are really good against infantry. But we do see her getting shot a lot. She's getting focus fired by all this range play from the Vampire Coast.
To be a side saddle, plate-wearing vampire lady attacking with my team of loyal bats. Yeah, not to be. Anyway, what's happening in the rest of the armies, Sammy?
So we see the vampire accounts kind of just swarming the front line. We actually see the Cairn Wraiths and the Ghosts getting into the back, and they are chewing through a lot of those range units, which is what the vampire accounts need to shut down. Isabella, though, is kind of looking a bit worse for wear, but the front line for the vampire accounts is looking very strong right now. They're holding well, they barely lost any health, and they are just starting to chunk through these vampire coast units.
Sammy, why did the ref pop up on my screen? What's going on?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure why he popped up on your screen.
Oh, what's happening? Is he trying to tell us there's a decision needs to be made here?
I don't know. I'm not sure what he's doing.
I don't know, he needs to speak.
We now see the Count Noctilus has joined the Morngul and dueling Isabella, who is actually losing pretty hard to this beast here. But her regen is kind of carrying her through it. She is getting close to her regen cap. If you see that little yellow-orange bar on her health bar, that is her regen cap. But wow, I'm actually surprised she is losing this duel versus the Morngul Haunter.
Yeah, I think all the guns that are shooting her in her chest are probably not helping. Over on the left side, the Chillgeist Hex Wraiths are going down to the Depth Guard. You got a zombie pirate gunnery mob that's just tying up with some zombies, like chaff over there. Back on the
zombie action.
Yeah, back on the right, zombies tying up some Depth Guard Regiment of Renown over here, with a few dying Cairn Wraiths. But it's really all just about this blob in the middle. The mortars are raining down hell on, and it's hard to tell who's winning, who's losing.
Well, I know who's losing right now because Isabella is crumbling out, and if she's gone, the vampires are so reliant on their leadership.
Oh god,
this is gonna be very difficult for the vampire.
Oh god, she's dead.
Yeah, she's gone. She's dead. She's out of it.
Oh god,
and now we're gonna start to see.
Yeah, vampires just lose once their leader dies.
Yeah, it goes for both factions, but Count Noctilus, he's nice and healthy. He's just been holding there. He's been running around with his halberd with his little pimp cane, walking around, strutting around. Isabella went in and fought, and she bit the bullet for that. Those Morngulls were on her like 2 seconds. They took her out like it was nothing.
Yeah, it ain't looking good. All of the vampire traditional boomer vampire army relied on that single point of vampire failure, and now they're all going to start crumbling. Meanwhile, there's you said each of the Depth Guard is a vampire, so the Vampire Coast has like 60 vampires. That's way less. It's more redundability.
Yeah. Definitely, and those vampires are putting in work right now. They're holding back just this giant tide of lesser units of zombies and skeletons, and they're grinding through like it's nothing. The Cairn Wraiths were the big threat against them, but they've mostly crumbled out in the wake of Isabella dying there.
Yeah, they kind of got stuck on the sides and didn't do a lot in this main mob in the middle. And it's just like the better depth guard with their really cool Chad armor. Just beating up these little loser skeletons, these little shit pieces, someone might call them. Just bodying them. Those bones aren't strong enough.
Exactly. Do you want to fast forward this? I think this might be pretty over. We're gonna. Do you want to watch the zombies and the skeletons bump and grind for?
Oh, they're crumbling now. They're almost done. I think it'd be disrespectful.
It's never a quick deal with the vampires, but
I think it'd be disrespectful to coaches to fast forward through the inevitable and anticlimactic death of the Legion of Skeletons.
I think so too. Let's watch the Morgels throw some skeletons around for a little bit.
It's fun to watch these horrible creatures from the depths of my darkest imagination kill everyone, yes.
It is. Let's watch the fight on the other side. The fight on the other side is much more climactic. The zombies on the zombies. Because I think the vampire counts might actually win this fight. The normal zombies are beating their gun-equipped brethren here.
Oh yeah, this is exciting. Zombies v zombies?
Oh wait, they're disintegrating now. It's over.
Okay. Look at this guy's face! I like how you're like, oh, this is climactic, and then the minute I got there, you're like, oh no, it's done.
Yeah, so again, I think we see there again, the Lords are getting sniped out. I think Lord sniping so far has been the name of this tournament.
It probably was last time, too.
Yeah, and this time it's mainly been the Morgels. Oh, you've noticed it's really only one side that's sniping the other side's Lords. I wonder if, like, some players have figured out the secret sauce to not get the Lords instantly killed, while others are kind of haven't really accounted for that. And yeah, this Vampire Coast army, not a big range contingent, but the Depth Guard, I think, were the right play against the Vampire counts. Because the Vampire counts usually like to swarm you with melee units, and in this case, the melee units were fighting back and held the line against all this chaff.
I think the secret source might be that the Vampire counts had 0 ranged units.
Yes, although if that's the case, then the Vampire counts are going to the end because they never get any ranged units.
You mean they're dying?
Wait, what?
They lost, Sammy. The Vampire counts lost because they didn't have any ranged units.
Oh, wait, no. I'm getting it back. I'm getting the two factions confused again. I hate that there's a faction called Vampire Coast and one called Vampire Count.
Sammy is very racist towards the vampire factions.
Let me make sure I correctly do the bracket. Okay. Let's get on to the next one. We have Nimed's Greenskins Team Haga versus Snowdo's Beastmen in absence of deer goats. I think that I'm not sure if Nieman is here. Oh, Nieman is here actually. All right, let's do the coin toss.
I'd be surprised if Snowdo's here because she's European, so she'll probably be catching
Snowdo
the
won
VOD.
the coin toss. I think Snowdo did send me a matchup.
Sent you a doctrine?
Just double check. Yeah, Snowdo is online. Okay, so Snowdo won. So let me just check. Well, let me check her matchups. So this is Beastmen versus Greenskins.
This is going to be a good, honest brawl.
Okay, so Snowdo wants to pick Horned Hills. So let me select that map. And then, do you want to attack or defend Nieman?
She loves horns, she loves tails, it makes sense.
And then I have her comp as well. Let me just set the map up.
Nieman,
Horned Hills is a Thayan map, I believe.
Nieman says they want to attack.
Okay, I'll put Nieman on attack then. Very, very tranquil map in the mountains. You think Horned Hills and you think it's like a very hilly map, but it's not. It's just got some little forests. It's very cute map. What comp do you want, Nieman?
I don't think of that. I think of the word horntails, and I just thought of a deer.
A deer?
Yeah, because they got horns and they got a tail. Okay, well maybe not horns.
Okay. So I was doing this comp, and then... Nieman, do you have... I think your things all have numbers, right? Oh, no, wait, I remember. We do these together. I think it's... Yes, it's this one. Okay. Alright, let's get into it. Nieman only has 2 comps. An attack and defend one.
Wow. Just tell everyone, why don't you?
Well, I mean, it's gonna be one or the other.
This tournament has no integrity. You've said it's all about mind games, and you've just completely revealed Nieman's 2 strategies. And if I were Nieman, and I just heard that,
True.
I would make a complaint after this tournament, win or lose.
I'm sorry, Nieman.
I think everyone's strategies should be revealed now.
Well, not many other people have strategies. They have 3 comps they submitted, and I don't know what they are for. Nieman's the one who
none of the coaches have strategies. You're a mess, Sammy. You're insulting. Tell us about the armies.
Okay, we're gonna start with the greenskins. They've got, honestly, a little mix of everything here. From the look of it, we got orcs, we got savage orcs, we got big guns, we got trolls, we got pump wagons, we got the Ragnarok Queen. Let's just look at this pretty right here.
Pretty
Ragnarok
flower.
Queen is a giant centerpiece of a unit. She can spawn babies. She's got poison. She's got little goblins in the back that shoot arrows. She's a beast.
Where do those baby spiders come from?
Some orifice, I would assume.
Okay.
I'll leave it at that. And we have Azhag the Slaughterer as the Lord, who is a greenskin that actually practices death magic. So he's like Manfred, if he was green and not 5'4". Had hair.
Sounds like a little bit of a loser still.
Kind of a little bit of a loser, but less so than Manfred.
Okay.
And that's the Greenskins comp. A little bit of everything. A very aggressive build with a lot of cavalry and stealth units and the Night Goblins and big
Bane.
front line.
They have Bane.
Oh yes, they have the Black Orc Big Boss, Bane himself with the Bane mask.
They
He's a big support character.
They expect one of us in the crash, brother.
Yes, he's a big support character. He buffs up the whole Greenskin front line, and he's very tanky. He'll fight like forever.
Okay. Now tell us about the other army. What are we dealing with over here?
So we've got Snowdo's Beastmen, which again, these are 2 very aggressive comps here. I see some Bestigors, which are the Beastmen elite infantry. These guys are armored, they're fast. All the Beastmen units are fast. They hit hard. We see a couple Ungor Raiders for range, and we see the terror, oh my god, what is the Jabberslythe ROR in the background. The Jabberslythe is the big centerpiece monster. So this thing has an AoE aura of damage around it. It basically causes madness all over it. And you might see that his wings, it actually does not fly. Yeah, it kind of waddles around, but it's a big meat grinder of a monster that damages everything around it constantly.
Looks like a bulldog.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, a little bit. And then the lore is Kazrak One-Eye, who's generally considered to be complete and utter garbage.
Oh no.
He's kind of a bad character. He's got a Wargor who's that's actually the equivalent of the Black Orc Big Boss. He's like a tanky support buffing troop, and then he has a wizard. Yeah.
One thing.
Oh, Kazrak, you know Kazrak.
Yeah, Kazrak's the ambusher.
Of course, Kazrak's the ambusher who kills you every campaign.
One thing I want to say before we start this is I just think it's really good that everybody takes care of, like, their bodies. Everyone's got, like, a really good exercise routine here. Like, on both sides of the field, I just want to give respect. Hey, if you're not into it, you're not into it. For those who like to perfect their bodies into these little classic, traditional, muscle-bound forms, good for you. I don't know why I zoomed in on the goblins when I said that, because that's more like my body type. But, in general, you know, everybody's pretty swole, and I think it's going to make for a fun match here.
I think it will too. And we won't see any Lord Snipe because neither side has powerful range. They're just all melee, just punch into each other and duke it out, yeah.
Let's see it.
So let's get it going.
The ref is dead and the battle has begun.
It has. It looks like both sides are actually advancing forward. I guess because the Beastmen don't really have range units.
Because
they do have the Ungors, but those are...
These are Chad armies. From Chad coaches, that's why. I'm not talking about this new corruption of Chad meme. I mean like the classic Chad, shaped like the nation of Chad. We got a classic going on here.
Yes. Now the 2 centerpieces on each side are going to be the Ragnarok Queen and the Jabberslythe, which we're going to want to keep an eye on because those 2 are going to be doing most of the damage, I think, for both of these rosters. And keep an eye on them, and what they're doing will be the key to this battle, I would think.
God, orcs jog so slow.
Yes. And now the front lines are going to clash, even though they aren't charging each other technically, but here we go, now they're going in.
They're just kind of like jogging into each other, yeah. Oh, but the Jabberslythe in the back.
Yes, the Jabberslith going in with a giant slam into the middle of the line. Now, the Greenskins are flanking, and on the flank we see the Bestigors intercepting the Greenskin cavalry units, which the Bestigors should be able to grind it out with these, I would think.
Oh, the ref's back. This just happens now. But yeah, we got the cavalry on the side, the Jabberslith versus the Orc Biggins over on the side here, and it feels pretty obvious that the Jabberslith is gonna beat them all the fuck up. Yeah, it's really just a big crump.
First large. They are an anti-large unit, but they're not going to really be able to do it against the Jabberslith. The Jabberslith is just such a tier above them in terms of how powerful of a monster it is.
It's really just a big crump in the center. There's a little bit of nuance on the side here, where some Forest Goblin Spider Riders are being the anvil, while some Savage Orc Boar Boys kind of flank around behind a single unit of Bestigors, kind of don't. Kind of hit them from the side. The AI kind of fails that charge a little bit. Back at the main big line, some free spider hatchlings, so cute, are routing and running over. They're like routing into the enemy. I don't know what they're doing. Who's winning right now? It's hard to tell. It's such a mess of violence.
It's hard to tell, but we see a big breakthrough with the Greenskins HQ of the big boss, the Slaughterer, and the Arachnar Queen. This is a powerful HQ because they're all buffing each other, and they just torn through the center. They torn through the Bestigors in the middle. Kazrak is there. He needs to be careful, but it doesn't look like they're focusing on him. But if they do, they can take out Kazrak very easily, and everything that's around those three pieces is just dying right now.
Yeah, they're getting blobbed pretty damn good. On the sides, the Bestigors got reinforced by Razorgors, and they're just holding. So that flank's kind of a win for the Beastmen. On the right, kind of looks like the Beastmen are winning two of that big old fucking bad Spyro. Can't remember its name. So really, I don't see any position where the Beastmen are winning right now. It looks pretty bad if you're a Beastman fan.
Yeah, the center is where it looks really bad. I think they are winning that right side fight with the Bestigors and the Razorgors, and those will be really good to come into the fight later. The Jabberslith is, I think, what all their hopes and dreams are resting on. Because Kazrak, all his little friends have fallen, and he's now getting focused down. And oh my god, he's got some flying the Arachnar Queen.
He got ragdolled like a Darktide dog.
And then her children spawn in to finish the job out of the ground. That's where they come from. They're coming from the dirt. But Kazrak, I don't hear no bell. He's charging straight back in there to duel with the giant Spider Queen.
Oh, let's go Kazrak. Let's go Kazrak. Let's get swarmed by spiders, Kazrak.
Yeah, he is definitely getting swarmed. But yeah, the Beastmen lines are looking very, very tattered right now. The Jabberslith's still doing pretty strong, though. It's at about half HP. And again, it's just constantly debuffing everything around it, or damaging everything around it.
It's found some Goblin Seed over there.
Oh yeah, it has, definitely. It's going to chew through those Night Goblin Archers like they're nothing. Now we see on the flank fight has been won by the Beastmen, and this Bestigor horde that's about a half HP is going to come charging into the fight, and they can make a big difference.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think they could. They could definitely help take out these trolls and things on the flank. Is that a spell going down from the Greenskins? I think it is.
Looks like
Purple Sun.
Oh,
it's actually friendly firing a lot of their own units there.
Yeah, that's from the Greenskins. That seems really bad for them.
Yeah, that is not a good cast. And that kind of actually broke a lot of their units there and made a giant opening for the Bestigors to come charging through. Yeah,
they're actually going straight in. They're not following the routing units. They're going to go help out whoever they can, which isn't anyone. Really just the Jabberslith over on the side as they meet in battle now with the Orc Biggins. Are they going to beat that unit, Sammy?
Ooh, it's going to be tough. Not with the Stone Trolls supporting. Stone Trolls are such a strong unit.
They're
trolls with high armor, high damage, armor piercing. The Bestigors are strong, but I think they're strong enough to beat everything there. They need support from the Jabberslith or Razorgors or something else on the map. But I just don't see anything available to help them out. Kazrak is holding like a champ, actually, after I talked so much shit about him.
Wow.
He was dueling Azag. It did some decent damage to him, and he's not looking half bad himself. But no one's freed up these Bestigors. Wait, nope, I spoke too soon. The Jabberslith is coming in.
Oh yeah, here we go. Now this is the only way. This is how Beastmen can still win. If the Jabberslith, like an Ace Combat protagonist, just flies around the battlefield enough to help everyone out.
Yeah, and it's going for a good target. It's going for these Stone Trolls. The Jabberslith is one of the units that can just crush these trolls in melee. It doesn't give a shit. It's going to toss them around like they're
trolls.
Feathers.
Yeah.
Like they're trolls.
Wait, 50 kilos of feathers, or how many?
No.
But it's lighter, Sam.
A lot of feathers. Not that many feathers, though. Okay, Now here I think is the game-winning play for the Beastmen. The Jabberslight is coming to join the blob fight with Kazrak. If they can goon out Azhag, the Greenskin Lord, it might be GG for the Beastmen. These are both two low leadership factions. If the Lord goes down, it's huge.
You talked a lot of shit about Kazrak, but honestly, Kazrak has just not died for some reason and is holding like a rock for the Beastmen army. Whichever leader dies here, their faction is probably going to lose.
Yes. Oh, and I think Big Mama wants a piece of that Jabberslight. They're going in for the duel.
Oh my god. The battle, Sammy, the battle between the two leaders. Fight. Yeah, and the two Kaijus. Oh my god, the people's elbow.
It does. And now we see the Greenskins infantry is completely gone, and there are some gores left for Kazrak. Kazrak has some goats on his side. Goats strong together.
Holy shit!
These goats might make the difference because now Azhag is surrounded by Kazrak and his goat buddies, and the Jabberslight is coming back in to deliver the final punch.
Oh my god! From downtown!
Oh my god, straight into the Spider Queen, and Azhag is routing. Kazrak is looking healthy. And now it's all with the monster battle. Can the Ragnar Queen take out the Jabberslight?
Oh.
Can the Beastmen claw their way back? Who knows? We'll have to find out.
Look at the big orc rally, though. All the routed orcs on low health coming back in. The goblin archers, the night goblins are coming back in. A few trolls.
Yeah, the trolls are here. The trolls are back. The trolls have very poor leadership, though. How long are they going to be able to hold against this giant terror-causing beast?
Well, Azrag, the greenskin boss, didn't die, just routed. If they died, it would have been better.
Yeah, he might actually return. He just rallied. He just came back to the fight.
Very big brain, very cunning rally there, because now it's just as... What?
Oh, sorry. That was my shift tab by accident.
It's just a freeze frame. It's all good for the action. Yeah, the Jabbersight's getting really low, and the Spider isn't. I think the Beastmen have to kill Azrag or they lose.
They do, and Kazrak is going in for the duel, but
look out! Oh, he's got his earpods in!
No!
Oh my god! Both these lords just won't die.
Oh, but Azrag just took a big hit for the Jabberslight. Down to 351 HP.
One more hit.
From the Jabberslight is draining his HP.
He's routing again.
Oh, 331. I don't think he's going to come back from that. But, oh, the Jabberslight goes down to the
Spider. No!
And I don't know. I mean, we were talking shit about Kazrak, and then he made a slipping comeback. But can he kill an Ragnarok Queen? I don't know. That is a big spider beagle.
That's a really big spider.
Great spider.
Yeah, that's not a spider that I'd be living in the same house as. I'd burn the house down.
Oh wait, what is this? We have razor gores out in the field lumbering around. They need to get to this fight. What are they doing out there?
Oh no!
Oh no, but Kazrak's routing. And that's probably going to be it. He's shattered. I think that might be GG.
Oh my god.
Skins take it.
But what a battle!
What a brawl between... We got the Kaiju fight, the Lord duel, just an all-out fight across the map. Wow, what a game.
That was an insane battle. I really believed in Kazrak to bring that back at the end there. Almost.
I did too. But I don't think Kazrak was the failure here. I think I think the rest of the squad was... The rest of the goats weren't pulling their weight like Kazrak was. Kazrak really gave it his all, trying to show it here on the world stage, and unfortunately it was not enough.
I think the really big setback was on that left flank, where a lot of Beastmen units committed themselves and kind of failed. It felt like they failed a bit until the Razor Gores come over. A lot of health was drained on those Bestigores. Imagine if they come in at full health, would have been over.
Yeah, it would have been.
I texted him in.
But that was I think that was easily our closest match yet, and that was great. That was a real nail biter at the end there.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, but the Ragnarok Queen is so powerful. Especially with the summons, those extra spiders that you get 4 of them, they really helped shore up the greenskin line that game.
Yeah, I think those little spiderling swarms really turned it. You're right. Excellent use of a giant, freakish and terrifying spider there.
Okay. All right. Now, on to our next matchup. This one I'm excited about. It is going to be Daxie's Lizardmen, We Make Good House Pets, versus Camelith's Corn, also called Camelith's Corn. So,
to the point.
Coin flip here.
You mean the corn flip?
Yes, the coin flip. Daxie, you have won the coin flip. I think Daxie is... Let me see what Daxie would like to pick.
Nobody get worried about the crunchy noises. I'm just about to eat a few pieces of cereal.
Oh, why is my Discord lag?
Hang on, I just got stuck in my.
Please. Okay.
Let me take my mustache off while I eat.
Defend. And then what map do you want, Camelith? Alpine Ridge. Okay. I don't know why, but my Discord messages aren't sending, so those might come in late. Ignore those pings that they do. All right, and what comps do we want? All right.
Oh, I'm good.
Daxi going with comp 2. Both players going with comp 2. I think this is the first time we've seen people go not comp 1.
Maybe they'll win. Maybe they'll both win.
Maybe they'll both win. They'll trade evenly. Oh, yes. Oh, my God. Holy sh... Okay, we're going to load in. This is going to be a fun one. I can already tell.
You're going to have to tell me why.
Oh, there's some fun pieces on the board here. Two of my favorite characters in the game are here today. Oh, yeah. Two of my favorite star players.
One of them is the frog, right?
Mm-hmm.
No. Yeah. Okay, one of them is the frog. Are they both lizards?
No.
Oh, interesting. Who's your favorite from Khorne?
Oh, my favorite Khorne Lord of all time.
Is it the one who's super strong and can't die?
I mean, they're all super strong and can't die, but yes, this one, she is very strong and cannot die.
I didn't know Khorne had a mommy.
Oh, yes, they do, Beagle.
This seems new to me.
So we're here in the Alpine Ridge, somewhere in the mountains of the Empire, where Khorne is about to duke it out with the Lizard Men.
Well, don't stop now, Sammy. Tell us more.
Oh, I was handing it off to you, Beagle. I thought you'd understand.
But I wasn't ready for it. Like I did, but I wasn't ready for it.
Let's start off with our Khorne lineup. So this is a lineup I love. This is a Khorne monster mash. We have a front line of Marauders of Khorne, who are the lowliest of the low of the totem pole. Like, if we use the chat comparison again, we use the people who it's like their first time chat. Like, they just got here. They don't know what the fuck's happening. They just got handed an axe and a Khorne sigil and were like, go to work.
Yeah, ban him all, I say.
Yes. But in the back line there, we have the real meat and potatoes of this roster here. So, leading the army, we have Valkia the Bloody, the Gore Queen of Khorne. She is a melee beast.
Oh my god.
Her shield, she carries the severed head of a Slanesh demon on her shield, and it makes her invincible for like 30 seconds or 13 seconds when she activates it.
Damn.
She is just insane. She flies, she's got a big spear, she kills people. I would not mind if she crushed my head into a million pieces.
I would. But I'm just born different.
I'd beg her to do it. Anyway,
okay.
Let's go on to the rest of the roster. So accompanying her, we have Khorne's Bloody Fist, a regiment of renowned bloodthirster. This thing is a beast of a duelist. It gains insane stats when it's dueling enemy monsters, and oh boy, that's gonna come in handy here. Not insane stats. It gains ward save, so it gets 10% damage resistance, flat DR against monsters. Hang on, someone's spam pinging me on Discord.
Now, Khorne's Bloody Fist, I can get into. I like the muscles on this guy. That's an
oh yeah, he's big, he's beefy, he breathes lava. He is ready to throw down at all times.
I like that chest.
And rounding out our trio of centerpieces here, we have the Bloodbrute Behemoth, which is actually a Beastmen unit that is here on the Khorne roster because it is a giant Gorgon blessed by Khorne. This is a 4-armed just beast that's going to go into melee and tear things up. It regenerates health, it has insane stats, it's just a beast all around.
Holy shit, Sammy, you're not joking! Damn!
This thing is gonna chop some shit up, and then we have accompanying them, still incredibly beefy, but like nothing compared to those three, are the Minotaurs of Khorne, who are also from the Beastmen roster. A lot of Beastmen units on display here today.
I like it.
And you know what they're about. They're here to gore you. They're here to chop you in half in one swing.
They're so hot.
Bring utter destruction. And then we have the little cultist of Khorne in his war shrine. He's a little hero. He's got his little shrine pulled by some mutated freaks, and yeah, they're gonna buff up the entire army.
No,
we go over to the Lizardmen.
I'm not about this guy. This guy's a loser. I like the Minotaurs instead.
Yeah, he is kind of the soy jack of those two.
BAM! Holy shit! Let's go over to the other army.
Yes, my lizards. What are you looking at, Beagle? I just tapped into the stream for a sec. What did I just see?
It's all first-party content. None of it is modded.
It is true. That is true. So now we have my lads, my home team. We have the Lizardmen, led by Lord Mazdamundi himself, on top of his giant Stegodon, Zlak. Mazdamundi's a beast in all regards. He's an amazing melee fighter. He is the best wizard in the old world. There's nobody who is a stronger magician than he is. He is gonna throw down and kick some Cornet butt. However, I am very worried because there's so many anti-large duelists on the field, actually. Like, all 3 of the Khorne, like, centerpiece units are anti-large duel.
Why is he...
Mazdamundi.
Why has he got all his handprints on his belly?
Those are from his little skink attendants. They're little blessings from his skink friends. They leave little blessing marks on his tummy. He gets little tummy rubs.
Okay, little tummy rubs, okay.
But now, even bigger than Mazdamundi's bulk, we have in the back the Feral Dread Saurian, the biggest monster in the Warhammer world. This is the largest unit in the game. It is also one of the most expensive. This thing, if there's anything that can tear apart these Khorne units, these Khorne beef characters, it is the Dread Saurian. It has insane. It is just. I don't know what else to say. It is the king of the jungle. It is the king of the world. There's nothing that's gonna stop this thing.
Yeah, I mean it's impressive overall until you get to its tail, and I gotta say the tip of the tail kind of a letdown.
Shut up, B.
Okay.
Anyway,
what else do we got?
We then rounding up the roster. We have some Croxagors. We have some Saurus. We have some Salamanders. So these are actually Lizardmen shooting units. These are ranged firepower units. Their Salamanders are going to spit little lava blobs at the Khorne units. And we also have a Bastilled Arm with a Revivification Crystal, which is basically Lizardmen bringing back Lizardmen from the dead. It heals units and brings back their dead models. So it's actually incredibly powerful.
Oh, it looks pretty too. I like that color.
Yes, it's a very cool unit. All right, so we're in for a monster mash here. I think this match is gonna be a question of can the Lizardmen survive this Khornate onslaught of just like these 3 centerpiece units.
Yeah.
And like can their better infantry line hold and provide buffers to stop Valkia, the Bloodboot Behemoth, and the Khorne's Bloody Fist from just wrecking all their centerpiece units, and we're gonna find out right now.
I can't wait.
Let's get into it.
There goes the bell.
So there's a big ridge in the middle where it looks like... Are you watching the ref?
Yeah, I'm watching the Reptile. It's like the bell.
Yeah, so we see the Coordinate forces pushing up. We see the Lizard moving up their Salamanders to get some shots off. Now, this might be a little bit scary, especially if the Coordinates can catch these Salamanders out. Salamanders do have bonus versus large shots, so they're a key piece in taking out these Khorne heavy hitters.
What's with the fire that's like trailing behind? Oh, it was a graphics bug, never mind. Holy shit, look at those Salamanders go!
Yeah. They're spitting fire, Beagle.
They really are. It's not doing a lot though. Valkyrie the Bloody really doesn't care, and neither does that giant hot Minotaur with her.
No, they're getting into melee too, and the Salamanders are kind of caught out in front. This is not looking too good for them. Ooh, but the Blood Behemoth takes a big chunk of damage.
Huge chunks, but just tanks on in. This is like classic monster cinema right here. Just wearing all those hits and just bashing their way on in. Here come the Marauders of Khorne now. First time chatters all trying to get their way in. And it's just the Salamanders, the range units caught on their own. They look like they're getting taken out for not much payoff for themselves.
Yeah, and in the backline we have our first monster match of the game. The Dread Saurian versus the Blood of Fist of Khorne. And oh my god, the Dread Saurian doesn't get shit.
Yeah.
It's healed by Mazdamundi, it's a Croxagore support. It is just going all in and kicking ass and taking names. That's what I love to see as a Lizardman myself.
Yeah, as a Lizardman yourself, definitely the health on the Bloody Fist going down way faster. Dread Saurian definitely winning that one. We've already got a unit down. One of the Salamanders is pretty much down and out in the center there. Might rally, might not. It's a sea. It's a sea of blue. Yeah, both the Salamanders out. This looks scary if I'm the Lizardman, Sammy. What do you think? It looks coincided right now.
I think you need to put more faith in the Saurus. Saurus are not your regular infantry unit. These Marauders of Khorne, they ain't shit compared to the Saurus warriors.
Oh,
These
shit.
are Saurus spears. They got pointy sticks. They're gonna hold. We see Mazdamundi and his Croxagore Death Star on the right taking down the Minotaurs, and then they're gonna rotate around. And in the back, we see the Dread Saurian just unstoppable. And I think that the thing for Khorne is you might see this wave of Khorne units. I think they're beefy. These are Marauders. They ain't shit. The Saurus will hold against them for days.
I don't think Sammy's biased.
I don't think so either.
I don't think Sammy's biased for Lizardmen or anything. But according to Sammy, Khorne is a piece of shit, and this single unit of Saurus is gonna solo all of these Marauders.
Yes. Oh, now we see an ability used from the Cultist. He's summoning in Bloodletters. It's one of the special abilities. We have a unit of Bloodletters coming in through the gates of hell.
Oh my god!
Fight against the Saurus. If there's one unit that could give the Saurus a run for their money, it is Bloodletters.
Yeah, now what's Mazdamundi meant to be doing over here? I'm not seeing many spells come out, Sammy. Is he meant to be doing spells?
So yeah, it looks like he's mainly been casting buffs so far. I do see that he has common of casting Dora, but he hasn't thrown that down on the field yet. I saw him healing the Dread Saurian before, which by the way did crush the Bloody Fist of Khorne and is now going after Valkia.
Yeah, the big Minotaur is dead. The Saurian just ate him, and now he's starting on Valkia next.
Yeah,
cool
so
shield.
Some of the Salamander hunting packs have come back, and they are shooting into the Bloodbrute Behemoth, doing a bit of damage. We see a ruination of cities from Mazdamundi doing a ton of damage to some of the Marauders. That's basically causing an earthquake on the battlefield.
Oh, that regen, that dinosaur ambulance, it's routing through. It's had a lot of bad times.
Oh yeah, it's not a very big frontline unit. It's pretty tanky, but it will die into melee. And we do see a big Khorne blob of Marauders kind of forming in the middle, and that could be a bit dangerous when it comes down to the later stage of this game. But the Dread Saurian's so healthy and getting healed by Mazdamundi.
Yeah, they just routed out a bunch of those hot Minotaurs from the center. The other hot Minotaur is dead, and the Saurian is killing Valkia. She was invulnerable for a little bit, but she's not doing very well now. Just surrounded in a lot of hot lizard buffness. I don't know if Khorne's hot enough to handle it.
Well, we do see something bad for the Lizard. We see Mazdamundi getting dueled by the Bloodbrute Behemoth. The Bloodbrute will 100% kick Mazdamundi's ass. Mazdamundi is a great fighter, but not that good of a fighter. And he needs to get out of there and disengage from that duel, which it looks like he's kind of doing now. He's charging into the Khorne Marauders. But the Bloodbrute Behemoth is on him. It smells blood, and it's coming for it.
Yeah, that's 4 arms, and Mazdamundi only has 2, but then I guess the skinks count as well. I don't know how the math works out. Not very well for Mazdamundi there. He's going to rout now. The Bloodbrute Behemoth Battler. I said too many B words and I got frozen there. But anyway, Mazdamundi's looking pretty fucked.
He is, and that's not good for the Lizardman. Although Valkia is also getting beaten down by that Dread Saurian, and the Bloodbrute Behemoth is steadily getting taken out by this Salamander fire, but there's not really much left for the Lizardman. We have some Saurus still holding the line valiantly. We have some Croxagore still in there. It's really all up to this Dread Saurian here, I think. And Valkia's routing. She's also leaving the field. Yeah, she's routed. The Feral Dread Saurian lets her go, coming back. It's like all about the Dread Saurian here. This unit is so impressive. How do you stop this thing? If you're Khorne, you have to hope for the Bloodbrute. Now, the Bloodbrute does regenerate health in melee, so it looks kind of low right now, but if it can bump and grind for a bit, it can get its health back up. And I think a key thing here is this Cultist of Khorne on his shrine being alive. This shrine powers up as the battle goes on and becomes more powerful and gives better buffs in an AoE. But, oh my god, you see the Saurian go in and instantly routs a bunch of the Marauders. They're all terrified of it.
Yeah. Yeah, this Dread Saurian's doing so good. The Dinosaur Ambulance rallied and is healing everyone again, too. Oh, they're just broken. Khorne is just getting broken apart right now.
Yeah, we see heals after heals going down for both Mazdamundi and the Ambulance onto the Dread Saurian. That thing's almost back to full HP. All the Khornates just broke the second it touched into melee.
That Saurus is so scary.
Oh, but Mazdamundi, I think, might be down for the count. 484 HP, but the Dread Saurian comes in to pull the Bloodbrute Behemoth. Throws the Bastion on all the Lizardmen rallying around their lord, trying to keep him alive.
Oh!
A bit longer.
Oh! The Saurus is being sent flying.
They are.
The dinosaurs lost interest in the Bloodbrute and want to go eat more Marauder bodies. Chaos Shrine trying to go over there, but it's next! You're next! Oh my god.
Dread Saurian taking a huge chunk out of that soy jack in the front. It's not that cultist is not gonna last much longer.
That's soy jack.
Yeah.
Oh, he's like jumping off. He's like, fuck this.
Oh, the little cultist.
Yeah, he like fell off for a second. He's about to fall off for all time. He's about to get ratioed by this giant dinosaur girl boss.
He is. What else do we see for the Lizardmen? We see Valkia actually flying back in the fourth quarter. No, she just terror routed. She's gone.
She's gone for good.
She's shattered.
Yeah, there's like a
big leadership debuff for the Khorne side.
There's like a few Marauders coming back in from the side, but they're not really hot enough to handle this.
They are not. Mazdamundi's coming back. He's probably got more heals ready. The Ambulance is still up, so the Dread Saurian can get healed. The Dread Saurian's rampaging. It's out of control. Mazdamundi has no control over it, but he doesn't care. That thing is going to rip and tear no matter where it goes or what it's doing. Yeah, the AI losing control of the Dreadsaurus to the AI here could be a big problem. Yeah, and Mazdamundi just routed, so it's really all up to this Dread Saurian.
Ooh.
Now, the Bloodbrute Behemoth is still really healthy, but now the Cultist is gone, so it's a whole bunch of buffs removed from the Khorne army. That's a big leadership and melee attack buff gone. I think the Dreadsaurian might clinch it.
It's closer than I thought, like, a minute ago. Like, with Mazdamundi routing, like, there's a chance. But I don't know, it's just like Marauders left for Khorne. It would be all on the Blood Brute, and the Blood Brute ain't gonna kill this Saurus, I don't think.
Ooh, it could be close. Like, I don't know how, because the Blood Brute has been trying to deal with Saurus and Croxagores and all sorts of other stuff in its feet. Like, just, you know, keeping it distracted the whole time. If it's a one-on-one, oh, I don't think it's gonna win with that health pool. It's too low. I think the Saurian just has too much HP. It's too chunky. I think it's gonna win this fight.
Here comes the route.
There we go. We see the route.
There it is.
And that's a win for my Lizards. Bringing it home.
I gotta say, pretty cool dinosaur, Sammy.
It is a cool dinosaur. What if I told you that this isn't the Dreadsaurian's final form? What if I told you that there are 2 more powerful variants of the Dreadsaurian?
Where are they, Sammy? Why didn't we see them?
I don't know. You'll have to ask our Lizardman players.
Why even come to this tournament if you're not going to see the biggest and baddest dinosaurs?
I agree. Maybe we'll do a show match with the biggest one at the end. We'll see.
We're not going to do that. It's going to be 9 p.m. and I'm going to be begging to stop by then at the rate of these matches.
It will be. You know, I'm thinking like it'll be like 15 minutes per match. No.
I thought about it, but I didn't quite say it. Usually, whatever your estimate is, like, double it.
Yeah, we should have. I think this might have to be a 2-day.
It might have to be a 2-day.
We might have to put the other part next weekend if you have something planned for tomorrow.
We could. We could do the next part next weekend. I'm going to play Boltgun tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh my God! Wait, you're playing Boltgun tomorrow? Okay, we'll do this next weekend. All right, let's go on to the next match. We have, this is a win for Daxy's Lizardmen. Now we have Coiled Snake's Demons Strong Together versus Incrodon's Rat Eaters 2.
Nice.
So, I think that Coiled Snake is not here. Let me just ping. Hang on.
Incrodon.
Let me do the coin flip first.
Incrodon gonna represent Tomb Kings. We love to see some Tomb Kings.
Yes, more undead. All right, and Incrodon is actually the winner of the coin flip. Incrodon, I think you're here. Would you like to attack or defend? Or sorry, not attacker. You can pick the map too. You can also pick the map if you want to pick the map.
Oh, they can choose.
Yeah, they choose if they want to attack or defend, or they choose if they want to pick the map. They choose. Okay, Incrodon says attack, so I assume that Incrodon just wants to attack. So Incrodon will be there. What map do you want, Coiled Snake? Oh no, Incrodon now wants to pick the map. Okay, Incrodon now says Ash. Okay, we're gonna go to the. Oh, we're gonna go to the home field advantage map. Yes. Okay.
Nice.
Coiled Snake, do you want to attack or defend? I think Coiled Snake wanted to always attack. I think. Attack. Okay. Let me load up the armies. Tell me what comps you want to use, everybody.
Oh, I gotta clean that water bottle. Damn, that doesn't taste good. Anyway. I look so good in this armor. Damn. I look like I own like a whole bunch of provinces.
Okay. Comp 2 for Coiled Snake.
Is this all still round 1? Let me find out for you. Yeah, we've got 3 more matches for round 1 here. This is definitely going to be a two-parter.
What are you doing your comp? So why don't I see yours? Hang on.
Could have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Cold Snake, can you name your comps incorrectly? Because I don't 16, see them. 17,
18 matches. So this is probably going to be, we'll do like half of the tournament today.
Yeah, I see. No, I figured it out.
And the other half next weekend.
Coiled Snake, you're supposed to put your name in front of it, but it's okay. I found it. Okay, Coiled Snake there.
Yeah, Banzer is right. This is basically Mechabellum. We made Mechabellum first, Sammy. They should have paid us.
We did. Oh my god, this is gonna be an interesting one. Let's slow down in.
I feel like there's not gonna be as many hot bodies in this one.
Some hot skeleton bodies for sure.
I'm not really into that.
I think Khalidah's here. You don't like Khalida? High Queen Khalida?
I
don't even know who High Queen Khalida is.
I like a big Minotaur body with very strong, yet still looking touchable abs.
Actually, I think the biggest body is here on the field today.
Okay, I'm ready to be impressed. Oh.
Eagle, I want you to feast your eyes on Uncle Furuncle, the biggest and chunkiest of lads for the demons.
Uncle for Uncle. Okay, I'm seeing it. Are we gonna see some shit farts today?
I think we will. I definitely think we will.
Uncle for Uncle got some folds going on.
He do. Okay, so let's go over the demons here, because this is an interesting lineup. I'd almost call this a meme. This is just all hyper elite demons. We have Be'lakor, the big bad Be'lakor guy. He's actually a very powerful character. We have Uncle Frunkle, ROR, Great and Clean One. We have the Marquise of Masochism, who, by the way, look at that body. If you want to see an actual body, Beagle.
There's like a pretty good body going on here. I cannot tell a lie. Like, that's reasonable.
You don't like the Psy highs? Or?
Yeah, that's like reminding me of my my goat guard from Earth Sigma. That's pretty good. Can I just get a little? I'm trying to. No, there's a hint. There's a hint of something good going on there.
No, you only get a hint for now, Beagle. It's okay. Maybe after the games are over, we can head to the locker room.
My God.
We have 3 Exalted Demons of... Well, oh no, actually we have 2 Exalted Plague Bearers, including the Festering Stooges. So this is one of the best units in the game in general. The Festering Stooges, the Exalted Plague Bearers.
Okay.
These guys constantly regenerate and also bring back dead models. So as they die, they'll just keep getting back up. They're like undead almost, but they're not. They're an actual like powerful demon unit. And then we have the Bringers of Beguilement. These Slaaneshi Demonettes are incredibly strong. They are fast, they rampage anything they touch, and they have insane DPS. However, they're very glass cannony, which is kind of the thing for all the Slaanesh units.
Yeah, classic Daemonette stats.
Yeah, classic Demonettes. We have some Secret Chariots, and then we have some Fiends of Slaanesh. These are actually kind of a tankier unit for Slaanesh. And I wouldn't say tanky. They're kind of a beefier unit. They've got good HP pool, and they're fast, and they hit hard, and they have some mass. But Uncle Frunkle is going to be the big tank on this lineup.
What that tongue do? I believe I said it last time, and I'll say it again when I see these units. What do that tongue do?
Oh, yes. Okay, let's go over to the Tomb King side.
Okay, show me. There's a lot less fun happening on this side immediately. No one's partying at all.
Yeah, we actually have almost like opposite mentalities here. So the demon roster is high elite, low mod, like very low like width on their battle line. The Tomb Kings is like mass units. We see from the Snake Eaters, of course. We see the Rat Eaters. We see the snakes. We see the Necropolis Knights, the Snake Cavalry, and then we just see a big line of skeletons, a big line of chaff here to hold the line. We see snakes all over the battlefield. We got Sepulchral Stalkers. These are ranged snakes that are also capable of being defensive and holding the line with halberds. We have Khalida, the queen of the snakes, leading the army on top of her snake mount.
There's a lot of snakes.
She's the Tomb King's mummy queen. We have a Tomb Prince escorting her, and then we have a Lich Priest for the mage.
There's not a lot of schmeat on these bones. Just a lot of snakes.
No, I think it's mostly desiccated.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting to see. I mean, the demons are hyper elite, but they have so much to grind through. I'm not sure. It's just gonna be a question of can the lizardmen and damage pieces take out the elites of the demons through all the chaff.
I am interested to see if the lizardmen's damage pieces can do that.
A lizardmen? Did I just say lizardmen?
You've got lizardmen on the brain, Sammy. I know you love lizardmen.
This last round. Let's get going.
Alright, here we go.
Both sides advancing here. Not a lot of range firepower for the Tomb Kings, I should also note. We have the Sepulchral Stalkers, who are, by the way, have stealth. They have little spit attacks, but not much other range damage for them.
That's a really tall pyramid over there. Are you seeing that? Like, it's quite tall.
Yeah, the Tomb Kings bring a bit. This is the Tomb King's home advantage map, by the way. This is set in Nehekara, their homeland.
Yeah, I mean, every pyramid nearby makes them do more damage, right?
Yeah, that's how it works. Just like how the vampires get debuffed in the daytime. So we see the Stalkers opening up with their poison spit attacks, or getting ready to. Now, it looks like they're getting charged here, but these units, these Sepulchral Stalkers, actually have charged defense. They're an halberd unit. They hold the line like infantry.
Cool.
So they're actually not going to really mind being charged by these monsters. We see just a storm of magic going down everywhere. A pit of shades, a spirit leech, a ton of giant spells. You can tell what's going on, honestly.
Yeah, that's a lot all at once, just coming at you.
Yeah, it looks like the Tomb King's front line just got nuked there by Be'lakor with that pit of shade. The Skeleton Warriors are down. And Khalid's going in for the duel on Be'lakor. I think Be'lakor is the much better duelist. I think if he duels Khalid, he will win the fight, but we'll see.
Yeah, the Snakies are going on the left against the 40 Plague Bearers. And that Pit of Shades did nuke the front line of the Tomb Kings, but it was only like one unit of the Skeletons, which was very cheap, so I don't think they're going to be suffering too bad from that opening up. The Stalkers, though, on the right are... Whoa! They're getting beat up by Uncle Furuncle really hard, yeah.
One unit of them died to the Bringers of Beguilement, that Slaanesh Demonette unit I was worried about. They just insta-killed them. One unit's already dead.
Yeah.
The other one is still fighting Furuncle. And they're doing some good damage back, but Furuncle, he's a big, win and clean one. He's an 11,000 HP pull, and there's the animation we were all waiting for.
Oh, no!
Oh, God. I'm not sure how much the Tomb Kings care, being, you know, animated statues and all, but it can't be pleasant, I'll tell you that much.
Well, I mean, they have a lot of, like, dignity, right? Like, they would not like being shit on.
Oh, they would not at all. Oh, no, we see a Goon Squad on top of Khalida. The Marquise of Masochism and Be'lakor both dueling her. She has her Tomb Prince at her side, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough. God, she's getting hit so hard by these giant demons.
I don't think they're both dueling her when there's two of them. That's not fair anymore.
No, it's not. And she's trying to escape into her snakes, which might be the right call. Those snakes of halberds are still pretty pointy and pretty dangerous to these big, large targets, but she's got to really get out of there because these three giant demons are pretty strong.
Yeah. It's just Larry, Curly, and Mo here just sticking together as they should.
Now, elsewhere on the battlefield, we do see the Snakes putting in work. The Snakes have taken barely any damage, the Necropolis Knight Cavalry, and they are kind of starting to grind through some of the elite demon units, but the problem is really this big monster fight in the middle, and Khalida's just getting beat down by Be'lakor right now. I think she might crumble out.
Yeah, she's about to go. That big Be'lakor is about to do a couple more swings of that sword, and she's going to be falling down very anticlimactically.
Yeah.
Oh, another pit.
Shade's going down another one. Well, it's going to nuke some more of the the Tomb King's chaff. But again, the chaff isn't the problem here. Khalida and the big targets are the problem. Khalida actually rallied. She's turned around and started beating Be'lakor's ass somehow.
Damn.
She refuses to go down. She's getting buffed up by her priest, but I don't think it's going to be enough. No, she's on 114 HP. I think this might be it for her. And it's a question of now, can her army still maintain this fight when she's gone? Be'lakor kills her with a swing of the sword. Be'lakor's also very low, though.
Hopeless Dreamer wants to know what I meant by it being anticlimactic, because she's on a melee fighter. I just was already imagining her, like, flopping down onto the ground like a sad Charlie Brown is what I meant. I didn't express that to the crowd, though, so my deepest regrets and apologies. As the snakes come in onto Be'lakor now, and then they run the fuck away like, oh my god, no.
Yeah, no. Oh, no, now they're turning around. They're doing a feint.
They're teasing.
Yes. Okay, now they're going on to it. These are anti-large halberd snakes. If they can kill Be'lakor, this might start to bring it back for the Lizardmen, actually. Because both sides are very leadership dependent. And like I said, the snakes are still so healthy. All three units of them. But Be'lakor is putting the hurt on these snakes.
But Sammy, the Lizardmen are crumbling now.
The lizard... the Tomb King.
Sammy, tell me how Lizardmen can still win this fight.
Well, the Tomb King's gonna win this fight by killing Be'lakor, and he's about to crumble down. He is now crumbling. If Be'lakor goes down here, the demons are not going to be looking good, especially not with so many more snakes. He might take out one unit of snakes with him, but there's two more that are almost full HP. Now they have to face down Uncle Furuncle, though, and Uncle Furuncle is a beast. He has so much HP remaining. It's going to be tough. I think there's a chance.
Oh yeah, Uncle Furuncle over in the center there, but Be'lakor, straight down to the sands. Very sad.
Yes.
Hate to see it.
Exiled back to the Realm of Chaos, and now they're doing the same thing to the Marquise of Masochism. They're going from one demon to another, just picking them apart.
I'm never gonna get to see that locker room meeting at this rate.
You are not, unless you want to go to hell for that.
I don't want to go to hell for that.
Now let's look at the rest of the battlefield, because we've been so focused on this monster fight.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the Bringers of Beguilement, the super elite Slaaneshi Demonettes, they are still alive, and they have picked their next target. They are going for the snakes. And those ladies, they can definitely take these snakes out if they want to.
Yeah, it looks like there's gonna be a big old crumping over on the right side here, where Uncle Furuncle is like leading the army. And oh no, the Lizardmen are crumbling now, Sammy. They're crumbling all over.
No, the snakes are still holding. It's mainly the chaff units that are still holding up those plague bearers. But the problem is these Bringers of Beguilement do so much damage, and we can see they're getting debuffed, I think, by Uncle Furuncle.
Yeah, Uncle Furuncle is hyped up. Great sportsmanship here from Uncle Furuncle, waving that sword, getting the party started again. I love to see that.
Yes.
I don't know, Sammy. I do not think that the skeletons can win this. I think Uncle Furuncle's about to just sit on all of them and then take a big shit.
The snakes are giving it their best effort, but I mean, these demons, there's too many of them. The chaff were not able to... The chaff just, you know, fell like wheat. These demons, they didn't hold the line at all or really do much in return, and now we're seeing the snakes are crumbling out. I think this is GG.
The wheat is falling like wheat here, and for those hoping for another Lizardmen victory, it's not to be here on the desert sands.
Yes,
hey, I mean...
The Tomb Kings are defeated.
Score one for the demons. We haven't seen the demons win yet, right?
We have not. We saw Jeff's demons lose earlier, but since I see them get a dub, but
and it was like you said, it was like the small number of units, the little elite stack there.
Yeah, I think if the Tomb Kings brought more shooting, because the Tomb Kings you wouldn't expect from undead, but they're a powerful shooting faction. They might have had a better chance there, but just the fact that their chaff was really holding for nothing there. You know, like the chaff are holding the line, but what is your hammer? It's the snakes. The snakes, the problem is they don't kill fast enough. They don't do enough sustained DPS. They're strong in a grind, but against those elite units, they're not going to do so well. I think the Tomb Kings needed more shooting there to really lock down those demons and shoot them. But again, you never know what you're coming up against with the demons. Ingram would have, you know, anticipated something completely differently.
That's why you got the different teams, you got different strategies. Whoever fights this army next, you're not going to know what to expect.
Yep. Okay, that is a win for Coiled Snake's Demons Strong Together, which they certainly showed there. That was a big menagerie of different demons and types and gods and all sorts of stuff. So the demons are, in fact, strong together.
Though it was really only Nurgle who was alive at the end, so it's a big win if you don't like to take a shower.
Yes. All the gamers have finally got their representation. Gamers going crazy in chat right now.
I don't see them making any noise at all, Sammy. The Lizardmen in chat, meanwhile, though, they're going off, you can see.
Oh, really? Are they?
Oh, yeah.
The anti-vaxxers survived.
Oh, God.
And for our next matchup, we have a returning faction. We have Crabs come off Wood Elves, the second string bowman, versus Isaac's Bretonia, lore-accurate Quebec.
Who do you want to win?
Quebecois on the field of battle. I want to see the Quebecies win.
I want to see the Quebecies win. Me too. Isaac is a close and personal friend of my estate, and I would like to see Isaac take it all the way.
Yes, and Isaac has won the coin toss.
Good. It's a good start, Isaac.
Crabs here? I think Crabs might be here. I don't actually think Crabs sent me a grid. Oh, I think Anarian's going to pick for Crabs was the thing. Crabs doesn't own the game. Anarian actually helped Crabs build the armies and do the selections.
This is a proxy battle.
This is a proxy war. This is basically Anarian's... It's another Wood Elf as well, so it's Anarian's like proxy Wood Elves.
Yeah, this is bullshit.
Found a way to enter 2 times with the Wood Elves.
This is bullshit!
Okay, it's going to be Isaac attacking on the big butt. Okay, tell me what comps you want to select.
You attack that big butt, Isaac. You've attacked a lot of terrain features in Arma over the years. Isaac, if you win this whole tournament, I'll reinstall Armor. I'll play with you next weekend. And I'm going to throw that gauntlet down.
Okay. Load up the comps. Why Frodo didn't use eagles is the name of this comp.
Oh no.
No, this is why Frodo didn't take eagles is the name of it, sorry. Okay. People putting like these flavor names to their comps, kind of like showing their hand a little bit.
Well, okay, no one else can read them, right?
Correct. No, they're posting them in the chat publicly, so.
Oh.
All right, let's get started. So I'm gonna give you a PSA about Bretonia.
Oh, is there
in the
nudity?
current meta, huh?
Sorry, you were warning me. I just thought you were gonna say like some of them are naked, like some of the Grail Knights just have like their cocks out or something. Sorry, what were you gonna say? You go. I didn't mean to interrupt. Sorry. Sorry, you go. You go. I'm sorry. That was my fault. No, you go. You know more about Warhammer than me.
In the multiplayer meta right now, Bretonia is actually by far the #1 faction, and it's almost entirely due to Grail Knights, who are OP as shit right now in the MP meta. And I took a peek at this comp, and I see that we have 3 Grail Knights on the field, which I think is the max you can bring.
I just want to confirm, I can't look at them on stream, right?
But yes, they're not naked, Beagle. They're fucking knights.
Okay, great. Well, I mean, that's not necessarily mutually exclusive. They got some nice lances going on, at least.
Yes. Nice lances. They got their shiny
If
lances.
your lance looks like this, see a doctor. Tell me about the Grail Knights. Why are they so good, Sammy?
Because they can basically charge through anything, including halberds right now. They are just, like, absurdly powerful charge shock cav.
Okay.
They will bowl over basically any infantry unit in the game. Now, the AI probably is not going to use them to their full potential, but in multiplayer, these things are considered to be, like, the curses of the meta right now. They are the strongest unit by far.
Interesting.
And it seems like this entire build is just built around them for the Bretonnians. The Quebecois apparently love their holy blessed knights. We see some questing knights as well supporting them, and then we see just a whole bunch of peasants. Who are our characters? We have Alberic the Bordelot, which is just a guy with a trident. Ignore him. He's jack shit. He's boring.
Wow. Wow.
We have a Grail Relique, which is an undead. It's a dead Grail Knight that some peasants are carrying around and pretending he's still alive. It's a little buff unit for the army. It keeps the peasants in the fight longer.
See,
we have Felix Jaeger here, the hero of the old world.
But where's his little buddy?
Gotrek is not here today, sadly. Gotrek was not chosen to come along, but Felix is here, representing the duo.
They're having a spat right now.
Yeah, he's here to kick some ass and meet some maidens, and he's probably eyeing up that damsel right there. He's like a horn dog in the stories, so.
I like that the Grail Relic, the Grail Relic, also has, like, they're pretending the horse as well, and there's a horse skull on the front.
Yeah, they're pretending to be his mount, that's the whole thing.
Yeah, oh my god, he's like puppeting it, Jesus.
Yeah, it's like Weekend at Bernie's.
I think there should be a mod that, like, dresses them up in, like, a Halloween horse costume.
That would be great.
Okay, what are we doing with the other army?
So now we have the Wood Elves, which actually, surprisingly, not too many eagles. We only see 2 eagles here. We see a lot of cav-heavy stuff. You see Glade Riders, and then we see those Lost Sylvan Knights again, those ghostly stag cav. And then just a whole front line of War Dancers. So, if you remember the Blade Singers, these War Dancers are like them, but just a little bit weaker. They're like a tier below. They're a bunch of infantry blenders, and these are brought here to grind through the cav and the infantry front line. They're very glass cannon-y, though, so you just got to be careful, make sure you get the right engagements, which we'll see if the AI is capable of doing. And then we have the 2 eagles in the sky, who are just there for, I don't know, like, eagle support things?
Yeah, eagle support, that's pretty standard. You know, eagles have never lost an air-to-air battle.
Really?
Yeah, I think I see another one over there, too. Oh, no, those are wyverns? There's wyverns over there. Anyway, there's some orcs
some
watching,
wyverns
too.
in the distance. Yes, at the big butt. And then we see Drycha and a Brent Wraith as the Lord and the Hero, 2 tree people.
Oh, tree people, hello!
Yeah, I think Drycha can summon more tree people in as well, and she has some powerful magic. So does the Brent Wraith, so they're both little wizards.
Oh, they got a little skull buddy. The branch wraith is like a village. The skeleton is village, see?
Yes.
We have village at home.
Yes, basically. Start the fucking battle.
Let's go.
Okay. Here at the big butt. I think we're gonna see another choke point grind again in the middle, and then it's gonna be a question of what do the cav do?
It's gotta be all about how the AI uses the Grail Knights, right?
Yeah. And I think at the start here, we're going to see possibly a very good cav engagement for the Grail Knights. The Grail Knights love cav engagements, and there's some coming straight their way. Oh, and the Grail Knights are charging in.
What?
Or maybe not. They're going right past each other.
What the fuck? Why the fuck did that happen?
I'm not sure why. Ask the AI.
They wanted the... I guess the AI wanted the Questing Knights to take the heat, and now the Grail Knights are coming in from the side?
Oh, yeah.
Kind of?
Not a bad strategy. Not a bad strategy, actually.
Okay.
Grail Knights will wreck that fight, I believe. In the center, we see the Grail Knights going straight up the middle, straight into the teeth of the enemy's spears, which is probably not where you want to put them, even though they are very powerful.
Oh, and the Eagles are coming in to pick off random horses and carry them off to eat them, just like if you left a terrier outside in the park. No horses airlifted yet, so that's good for the French. I mean, the Quebecers.
Now we see one eagle get on top of the Quebec Life Mage. Now the Life Mage is super important because she's there to heal the whole army. If she goes down early, that's going to be disastrous.
Yeah.
I'm trying to dodge that eagle right now.
Yeah, she took a chunk, but then the eagle got distracted by some random peasants, which also happens pretty often in the park.
Yes. And we see the Grail Knights kind of getting bogged down with these War Dancers with spears.
Yeah, a good pox arrow support though from the peasant archers in the back. Quite a long range on those archers, honestly, longer than I would have expected from peasants. They're doing some nice damage to the war dancers who don't have the armor to sustain that. The melee stats don't mean jack if they're getting shot by arrows. The Grail Knights have eaten up all of the Wood Elf Cav over here. They're just finishing off the Lost Sylvan Knights. And it's just the Questing Knights kind of like took the hits there, and the Grail Knights got to like do a lot of the damage, it looks like. They're still at half health, which is pretty nice.
Yeah. And we see Felix, hero of the old world, dueling Drycha and the Eagle over there. Felix should win this fight pretty handily, but with the Eagle support, I'm not sure, especially now that they're getting healed. Yeah, it's going to be a close one there.
He's like Skyrim animation beating the shit out of the Eagle, but yeah, it doesn't really give much of a fuck. What else is going on, you were saying?
Like I say, the Bretonnian Lord, Alberich, he's just grinding out in melee. He doesn't care. He's having a great time over there.
Yeah, he looks like he's having fun.
The Cav engagements seem to have been decided on both sides in favor of the Bretonians. We see the Grail Knights coming out on top, the Wood Elf Cav being very much worse for wear. Keep in mind, though, that those were like a tier below. The Wood Elf Cav was pretty weak, aside from the Ghost Knights, who are now dead.
There is another charge from them coming in. The Glade Riders trying to prove you wrong. Here they come on the side charge. Look out, little Questing Knight guy!
Going into the Grail Knights right now, and not the biggest charge. They're not a very powerful shot cavalry. They're like a light cav. They're maybe more for harassing skirmishers and stuff than fighting other.
Yeah,
cavalry.
they're out already. Those Grail Knights have so much mass. They got cav charge and just sat there like, what?
Yeah.
I see the Lost Sylvan Riders are coming back in. Where are the Grail Knights over here? Did they fuck off? They fucked off to the middle. There's really just like the two engagements now. The blob of like melee on melee, which doesn't seem to be accomplishing much in the middle. War Dancers and Blade Singers, but the Grail Knights are messing them up. And then you just got like this scattered kind of bloody melee with the Eagles and the leaders over on the right.
Yeah, but I think both melees seem to be going more so for the Bretonians than the Wood Elves, and I think it's just the presence of that Cav.
Oh yeah.
The Cav is shooting them. And you mentioned the pox arrows before. I think that's actually a very underrated part of those builds, because those pox arrows do poison damage to all the Wood Elf units when they hit them. So the entire Wood Elf frontline is getting poisoned and lowering their stats, and now we see that the Eagle and Drycha are surrounded by the Grail Knights and Felix, and I think that's going to be a big blow to the Wood Elf frontline.
This is decisive, yeah. The Grail Knights pushing through to come and assist Felix, who held the line for ages. And with the Grail Knights arriving, more the Grail Knights are arriving, I mean, that fight on the rise is clearly turning all Bretonian. And then the Wood Elves just aren't winning in the middle here. I think they're just going to hold until they get charged in the back.
Yeah, those the War Dancers, the Spear variant, are much more defensive than the Dual Sword variant. And, yeah. Oh, there were actually Blade Singers there. I didn't even see those.
Yeah, there were.
Yeah.
That's not blood, they're redheads.
They're actually not doing much value. I think they're getting, like, you know, gummed up by their Spear variants. And they're not able to really get in there and chop through these peasants.
Yeah, these peasants are holding just fine.
Like champs.
Yeah, they're fine.
Like champs, I would say. Yeah, they're doing great. We see Drycha surrounded by the Cav. I think that's kudos for the Wood Elf Lord there. She cannot get out of that giant blob of Grail.
The Eagle. The Eagle is dead.
And even the Grail Relique is there, cosplaying as an actual Grail Knight in the blob.
Yeah, those peasants are having the time of their life right now. Yeah, let's go, everyone. Oh my god, that's so fucked up.
It is. It's on the run. Yeah. Oh my god, and that poison debuff is so clutch. Those two pox arrows, I think, have actually probably won this fight on the flank here, because those War Dancers, who are normally a very grindy unit, have been just debuffed by the poison the whole time. They're losing out on 15% of their damage, which adds up over a long fight like this, and yeah.
This is a fake faction. This isn't real. Why are these Grail Knights looking to that dead skeleton guy and being like, hell yeah! For the lady, I'm pumped!
Funny. Yeah, it's like their old friend. He
passed
away, got slain by some demon, and now he's back on the battlefield charging into the fray with them. They're like, hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
He's back!
This is sick!
Frederick isn't a French name. Give me a French name.
I
don't know. It's too late. The battle's over.
It's too late.
You failed.
I failed. Yeah, the poor Blade Singers and War Dancers in the center don't even get a chance to, like, do anything else. They just rout, they're done. Decisive!
Yeah, I had 114 kills on them, but yeah, the French, the peasants held so well, my god. And I think that the Wood Elves, this build went really hard into cavalry, but like doing cav on cav against the Bretonnians is always a losing battle. There's nobody who's going to trade with them cav on cav and win, especially not against like Grail Knights. Those Grail Knights just, oh my god, their value is insane. 2,700 value on one of them.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
That's a lot.
Yeah, if you mouse over their kill counts at the end game screen, by the way, I should have mentioned this at the start of the video, you can see the most important number to look at is their damage dealt as gold value, which is like their damage divided by like the amount of gold value of the unit they were killing. And so you can see like some of the Grail Knights were just paying for themselves 2 times over.
Yeah, and meanwhile the Blade Singers, they killed 114, but it's like 414 gold because they just killed peasants. They barely did anything.
Just killed peasants. Yeah, that unit costs like I think like over 1,000 gold to buy. So, yeah, they really had a bad matchup there, getting poisoned and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, why would the AI do this, Sammy?
I don't know. We have to probe into the depths of its program. Let's ask ChatGPT. Can someone ask it why it's making these plays?
I don't want to hear anything from ChatGPT. I am a divine being, and ChatGPT is an object, and I do not want to hear from it.
Okay. Well, let's get on to our next matchup. We have...
Yeah, let's move along from that.
PG Tip Skaven team Rats Yes Yes versus Killer Quarry Zinch team named Lava Monster.
Let's go.
Now, Lava Monster, that name has some provenance behind it. It's some deep MJB lore. If you've been watching my Lego Rock Raiders streams on Discord, you know where that's from. And PG Tips, you were the winner of the coin flip. Would you like to attack, defend, or pick the map?
Our only Skaven army in the tournament. I hope PG Tips has represented them well.
That is right. These are only Skaven, are they?
Yeah.
Defend. Okay. Cordy, I think you're here. Cordy, what map would you like to play on? And I'm surprised the Skaven player didn't choose the map. Although I guess defense is more important for Skaven, right? Getting your guns.
I can already tell what PG Tips' army is going to be because I know PG Tips, and they're playing Skaven, and I already know. Did they send in more than one strategy, or did they just send in one build?
I think they sent in one build.
How many Warpfire artillery pieces is in that one build? How many Jezzails and Rattling Gunners?
I'm not going to say yet because no one's picked Cordy hasn't picked their comp yet. Let's wait. Cordy wants to play on Alpine Ridge. Ooh. Hopefully not too many, because Alpine Ridge is the one with the giant cliff in the middle, so...
Ooh, boy.
Okay, what comps do you want to pick? Well, PG Tips only has one comp, so...
I feel like I already know exactly what the comp is, like every single unit.
Alright, and Cordy, what comp do you want to pick? Oh, that one? Okay. I'm helping Cordy build their comp, so I know what they want. What did I save these as? Oh, I saved them as... Sorry, it's Lava Monster. Which one? I think this was this one, right, Cordy? Yes, it was this one. Okay. Let's get into it. We'll discuss that Skaven army.
PG says that PG's been scammed already by me. I didn't mean to reveal your strategy, PG. I didn't know if it was actually true.
It could have been us an all-melee Skaven army with like help and abominations and
this
things.
Isn't as many guns as I thought. Look at all those Skaven slaves.
Well, you need something to put in front of the guns, Bagel.
This isn't as much as I thought. I was thinking of the vanilla tournament we ran where there was like Skaven armies that were literally just 20 artillery pieces.
No. We do balanced builds here.
That's messed up. Soul Grinder. I'm getting a tip here about how Soul Grinders are fallen demons given new life. Is that true?
Yes, they are. They demons who have fallen, and then they get sent to the Forge of Souls, where they get rebuilt as these monstrosities.
How do I get in on that?
Step 1, pledge yourself to the Dark Gods. Step 2, become exalted enough to become a demon. Okay. Step 3, die.
There's a bit of fun
I don't know what step 4 is.
I'm a fan of that. Sorry, what?
What are you looking at? Better not be a Skaven unit.
No. Just a good Norseman, you know.
Oh, I was gonna say the Marauders.
God send me a good Norseman. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Jam will appreciate that. Let's look over here.
This Norseman comp.
Oh, okay.
So we've got, you know, your big beefcake line of Marauders. They're there to, you know, be beefy and show off and make Beagle drool.
I've been looking at them, yeah. What else we got?
We have a couple of Chaos Warriors, and we have the Severed Claw up on the flank. We saw these guys last time. They didn't do too much in the first match of the day, where they kind of just got their ass beat by, I kind of forgot what they got their ass beaten by, but we didn't see them do much, but they are, I assure you, one of the best units in the game right now.
Okay.
These guys are like a 16 model unit of just complete bruisers. Who can most do anything. We see some Chaos Knights of Tzeentch with lances. This is like a shock cav unit, kind of like their Greyland equivalent. We see the double Soul Grinder again. We saw this from the other Tzeentch player. Actually, no, I think we saw this from Jeff from the Demons earlier.
Yeah. On this map, I think? Maybe? No. Different map.
No, it was a different map. Yeah, it was the big butt. And then we see the Lord, the Demon Prince of Tzeentch.
Bird.
This flying bird boy is melee and casting combined. It'll do both.
Buff bird. I like this bird.
Yeah, big buff bird. And let's get into the rats. The MJB favorite. So we see, like you said, a big line of slaves, and then a big line of guns and various other units behind it. So we have a big chaff line of clan rats and slaves. These guys are just here to hold the line for all the units in the back to do the work, which we see 3 units of Ratling guns. So these are your classic rat miniguns. We see some Warp Lock Jezzails, some Warp Fire Throwers. We've got a Doom Wheel on the flank.
I love Doom Wheels.
Oh yes, this is the Regiment of Renowned Doom Wheel as well. I forget what it does. I think it just shoots out things. Oh, we have Ikit Claw on his own Doom Wheel, so we have 2 Doom Wheels this game.
Steel balls!
We do have double steel balls, the Wheels of Doom. I think it shoots out more lightning. Oh, and then we have a unit in the back, the Ishid's Triads. So these guys are ninja rats, and their special abilities, they call in a shadow clone. They summon a shadow clone of themselves. It's 0 damage, but they can, like, distract enemy units and fight them and hold the line. And then these guys are these are like Skaven elites.
So are they good, Sammy?
Yeah, they're pretty good, I'd say.
Okay, what about Ratling guns? Are Ratling guns good?
They can be good. I'm not sure if the AI is going to use it.
Okay, and what about slaves? Are slaves good, Sammy?
They're good at what they do. They're good at holding the line, I guess.
So you'd say yes, slaves are good, Sammy?
No, wait, no. Wait, I see what the fuck you're doing, you piece of shit. You're trying to trap me here in statements.
Alright, are we ready to start? I'm not doing nothing.
We're starting right now. Let's see if the big Tzeentch build can beat the rat gun line. The rats are advancing forward, striping on the defense.
Oh, they're ready to get some blood. They wanna just throw away that range advantage and just run straight up into melee on the hill.
You're trying to move up to get shots because the hill is in the way.
Oh, AI. This is why you should never give a job to ChatGPT. This is exactly what they'll do for your business.
Yeah, we see some spells going down from the Demon Prince. Gehenna's going to the Hounds. Not really doing too much against the weapons teams, though.
I mean, Doomwheel's going in. Typically this goes well when a lord just charges in like this.
Well, Ikit on a Doomwheel, he's pretty furious. Sends those Norskins flying.
Yeah.
Casting spells, all sorts of shit.
That's always fun to watch that happen. Unfortunately, the Demon Prince of Tzeentch is getting acquired by all the rat guns. Will this be the second time? Because you couldn't remember what happened last time to the Severed Claw. It was Crane Gunners from Cafe. Will this be the second time Tzeentch just gets, like, gunned down?
Well, I don't know. The Demon Prince is pretty quick. He's got a big health pool. He can tank a lot of fire. He's also a demon, so he has physical resistance. Although the rat shooting does have magical attacks, especially the Warp Fire Throwers. He's going straight in for the enemy casters. He doesn't want there to be any other wizards on the field, but he's kind of getting burninated right here.
Looks like he kind of tried to call in a portal or something there. What was that?
Just his melee attacks. He like using the magic in melee. It looks pretty cool.
Okay, so there's blobbing, meanwhile, clan rats and Skaven slaves. Engaging in battle with furry men and chaos warriors in plated armor on either side. We see the Severed Claw over here doing pretty good, breaking these rats over their knee, along with the cavalry. Doesn't look like there's going to be anything for the Skavens to do over there. I mean, this Skaven army is all about the shooting, right? And it's not, like, the map here. A lot of the range I see just tied up in melee in the middle. Doesn't look great how the AI is playing this one for PG Tips' army.
Yeah, I'm seeing the weapons teams are mostly in melee against the Soul Grinders. which is not where you want to be if you're a rat holding a minigun. They're getting the milkshake breath onto them right now, the milkshake flames from the Soul Grinders. And, yeah, those weapons teams are not in good shape. The Rattling Guns are tied down in melee with the Norskins. The only unit really firing are these Warp Fire throwers at the back, but they are wrecking the Tzeentch Lord, who is now tied up by a unit of summoned Clan Rats and the Plague Priests. He's taking some heavy damage here.
Yeah, it seems like the elite triads. Oh no, they're out now. They're getting away from that. I was gonna say they were doing good damage to him. You've got the Marauders coming in now to help out, and they're tying up the Warp Fire throwers. I don't know, man. It doesn't look good for the Skaven here unless they can get that Demon Prince down. It doesn't look like they can.
Yeah, and the Chaos Knights are just broken through where they are charging into the backline to support their Lord. Actually, they've turned around to chase down some routing units, but their Lord, I don't think, doesn't need the support anymore. He's just grinding out with those summoned Clan Rats, which he's wisely running away from. The AI's being smart here and recognizes that's a summon and is running away. Oh, never mind, just turn back into melee.
Back in they go. How do Doom Wheels go? And chat wants to know. Have you seen a Doom Wheel lately, Sammy? Where have they gone? Here's one.
There was one dueling the Tzeentch Lord for a while. Ikit Claw's been in the back, just like churning through the Chaos Warriors and the Marauders, which is actually doing a pretty good job of. The other Doom Wheel is now fighting the Soul Grinders.
Fighting the Soul Grinders? Where at?
In the middle of the map at the moment, where the big blob is at him.
Oh, I see him. Yeah, so these Soul Grinders opted to move in rather than the last ones who wanted to be artillery against the Wood Elves the whole time.
Yeah, and I think part of that was the big hill in the middle. They really didn't have a firing solution. We do see some rat snipers have come back and are finally getting shots off for the first time this game, but I think it's too little too late.
Yeah, I think this map is the map you pick to fuck your enemy's ranged comp. This map makes the AI go bananas.
Yeah, it makes them just rush forward with all their units to try to get like line of sight, and yeah, that's why I was so surprised. I was like, the Skaven didn't pick the map. They decided to attack or defend instead.
PG did have the option.
Wait, who won it again?
PG had the option, yeah. PG was the Skaven, had the option to pick the map. And ended up letting the Tzeentch player pick the hill map.
Yeah, and Tzeentch came ready with a melee, very melee-centric build. Which again, like everyone thinks of Tzeentch as the range faction, but Tzeentch can still beat the shit out of you in melee.
Yeah, it's not looking good for them. Yeah. Oh, it's the Skaven magic on the center on these Marauders.
Warp Lightning. I mean, there are still a lot of Skaven on the battlefield. And now the weapon teams are shooting. The Warplock Jezzails and the Rattling Guns are actually firing into the Soul Grinders.
Here's how Skaven can still win.
We do see a lot of rats still in the field because they've all routed and come back, and the Tzeentch comp is kind of all spread out. Oh, but isn't enough shooting?
I mean, the range took a lot of health damage, but a lot of the models are still alive after their route rally, so they're putting out full DPS in a lot of cases here, like the Warp Gunners and the Jezzails.
Yeah, they're firing into the Soul Grinders and actually doing some pretty good damage here, but I'm just not sure if there's enough for them. Like, because all these frontline units are breaking. The Doom Wheels are stuck fighting against Soul Grinders, which is not where they want to be. The fucking Severed Claw are full HP.
Oh my goodness, that's not good.
Oh yeah, no, that's not good. You need another firing line of Jezzails to be able to handle that. And we do see more summons coming down. We do see Clan Rats being summoned out by the Skaven heroes, but
yeah, there's a lot of Tracers going out, but I think with that elite Halberd unit for Tzeentch on full health still, plus like almost a full health Marauders over there, there is not enough beef for the Rats here.
Yeah, we'll keep seeing how this goes, but I see like Ikit Claw is pretty low. If Ikit Claw routes, it's over.
Demon Prince is on full shield going back in to clean up those range units. I think it's over, Sammy. I think the Rats are going to get eaten.
Yeah, I don't see a way back for them, unfortunately.
Ikit Claw is going to try and make it here. Here's how Ikit Claw can still win. Ikit Claw trying to flip Florida right now. If you're in line to vote for Ikit Claw, stay in line.
Oh no. Oh, I don't think Ikit Claw's getting any votes today.
Oh no. That's it.
Ikit Claw may have been trampled by an undead demon.
It's over. It's over for the Rats.
It is over for the Rats. I am sorry, all our MJB Ratters. But it's Jover.
It's completely Jover.
We see actually pretty good value on the Doom Wheels. I'm surprised. They got great value that game. But really, nothing else in the Skaven roster did. You can see the one unit of Rattling Guns, the one with 8 kills. They got good value because they were shooting at the end to the Soul Grinder. But again, like, none of those guns were really able to shoot, and the melee line was just there to hold for the guns. And if the guns aren't firing, well, you got nothing going for your comp at that point.
I think that was a victory by map. I think that Red Army does a lot better if it's not the hill map. I think giving up the map choice and letting Tzeentch pick the hill map was falling on the sword there, falling on your own stinky rat sword.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, like you saw at the start, the Tzeentch Demon Prince took about half HP just from that one warp fire thrower unit shooting at it. If the snipers and the rattling guns and everything was firing, I think they could have annihilated the Lord at the get-go and then picked off the Soul Grinders, shot the Severed Claw, and it would have been like a rematch of that Bionic Kraken Cathay match we saw at the start of the game.
I think it could have been, yeah.
At the start of the stream.
Tzeentch takes that now. Tzeentch wins, doesn't get sniped by Crane Gunners. The Crane Gunner Cafe Army is still in, though. So maybe we'll see a rematch.
And we're actually going right back to them, because we are back to the top of the bracket. We are done with round 1.
Ooh.
Yes, we have gone through round 1. Now that took... How long has it been, Beagle? About 2 hours?
That took 2 hours. So we probably got time for round 2.
Yeah, round 2 is a similarly structured round. It's another, I think it's 8? Yeah, it's another 8 matchups. This time it's going to be the winners from round 1 versus the buys, which we had a lot of buys this tournament because we had like 24 people join, and it gets messy when you're trying to do a bracket like this. But I just gave it to the people who submitted their comps first because I was like, if you first come, first serve, you get the buys.
Sammy.
Yes.
PG Tips will never forgive me for telling you this, but you accidentally said that the Rats won that match.
Wait, did I?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I did.
You have them advancing.
Hang on.
Remember, the Lizard Men beat them, Sammy, remember? We just watched it. PG says it's locked in now, oops. Oh yeah, it's locked in now, we should just give it to PG, you're right. Sorry, Killer Qwerty.
I've unlocked it. Okay. Well, thank you to everybody who participated in round 1. It was fun to watch, even if you got knocked out. We had some great games. And, let's get straight into round 2.
Let's get straight into it. Yeah, I want to see these matchups, because straight up we have Slaanesh versus Grand Cafe. And